Greek freak in transition. Good job by the Hornets to get back, except for they forgot one guy.
Yeah. He created all that contact, Cody just stood his ground.
Power dribble for Lamb, and it's blocked by Antetokounmpo.
They have to execute what their objectives are.
Well, you get some mismatches when you get those three guards on the floor at the same time, and it results in a three-pointer for DiVincenzo.
Key play right here, Eric. When Antetokounmpo has the ball up top, you see lots of different defenses, lots of bodies.
Antetokounmpo gets it to Henson.
And MKG starts to break and finds Jeremy Lamb in rhythm.
Wow, dangerous entry pass, and Antetokounmpo catches it in.
Especially with Giannis on the floor, and they're back into it now.
Giannis sees two, throws it up and in. Giannis Antetokounmpo has 12 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 dishes tonight.
You know, typically in this league, it takes you 3 years to learn, become that type of player. So I'm not so rushed to see him, become that player right so far.
Antetokounmpo working on the rookie Bridges. He's done that to a lot of people.
Yeah. Brogdon had no idea which way Kimmer was going, and Kimmer's so quick. He can, oh my goodness.
This guy's superhuman. Hornets would love to get that type of production this year. Greek freak working against MKG. Blocked! Oh, and it still went in.
Wow. It's that strength you're talking about.
Since November 1st of 1996. Fitting. And it's Giannis at the rim.
At Pfizer Forum, and it's great to see you, Kareem. Your initial thoughts here on Pfizer Forum?
Well, I think it's a great place to watch the game. The Bucks fans have the...
And now Milwaukee the ball and a chance to take their first lead. They've outscored Indiana 9-2.
Just over 6 minutes in the opening period. The first quarter in Pfizer Forum. Nice. Giannis. Corey Joseph. Giannis skying in. He pulls it in. Giannis is going to have a lot of rebounds this year. That's my projection. He's going to have a lot of those too.
First and foremost, Senator Cole, and I know he's sitting here enjoying the game tonight as a fan.
Well, how about Giannis?
Yeah.
You heard it here. I've been around a while. In 1987, let's watch Brogdon, DiVincenzo, and oh yes, Giannis. In 1987, the Bucks won the McDonald's Cup.
Precisely. And some brat work.
Antetokounmpo, yes, in traffic. 3 defenders in the restricted area. Bledsoe the pick. And the 3. Giannis, put back flush.
And keep coming.
More defense. Pass ahead, Giannis. Euro scuffing for 2. 21 points in 15 minutes of action.
Keep it in Wakanda. They'll let him bring it to Milwaukee.
Oh, Giannis. Bodied big time by Miles Turner. He powers through the score. 20. Miles Turner blocked. Giannis. The big body of Lopez helped a little bit. Kick out, yes. 3-pointer Bledsoe. Giannis finds Bledsoe off the tip. Bledsoe finds Giannis off the oop.
Playing great defense. Playing high cerebral basketball offensively and defensively.
Giannis takes it in. Count that. Continuation and a foul.
Are so much better going left, and Trey Burke is one of those guys. Doesn't have the range to hit 3-point shots, but he can knock down mid-rangers.
Here's what I'm talking about. 1-on-2. Giannis. He made that look easy against Lance Thomas. He has 8 points.
And Lance Thomas is an excellent defensive player. You're not going to stop every possession defensively. You're going to give up something.
Hardaway Jr. leading New York with 12 after the make. Giannis for him. The fans are exploring the building. You exhorted them to get in here.
Yeah, well.
And Ron Giannis. A roster that's built for today. This is a team that is looking ahead. They want to develop these young players. Giannis in the paint.
It's an inexact science. Now the science of playing some defense. Some swarming defense against Hazonia. Well, it's a work in progress. We can't forget that. I mean, as well as this team has looked at times.
Giannis flush.
And you see what's going on now. An offensive rebounding demon, Noah Vonleh.
Giannis might just take over this game as New York has closed the gap. 94-89. Zonia, 12 on the shot clock. He wants a screen. Vonleh went to set it. Hazonia drives. Giannis went up to knock it away. Bledsoe, drive, kick. Giannis, one bounce, three. There it is.
First win of the season, baby. And boy, was it sorely needed.
To Bledsoe. Three-pointer. Lopez. Giannis. Yes.
Indefatigable. At least tonight.
17 of 40.
That's after going 1 for 13 in that third quarter.
Giannis and one. Hardaway on his back.
You don't have to rotate to Fultz at the three-point line.
Antetokounmpo tried to cut between two, got it back, and put it in, plus the foul.
It'll be interesting to see how long that lasts because this team, even last year, they were 21 points per 100 possessions better than Reddit. Wow.
Pardon the interruption.
No, sorry. It's well worth it.
And Embiid missed some makeable threes last night against Detroit late as well.
That's why you keep shooting it, Jeff. That's three straight for Lopez, and here comes showtime. Antetokounmpo!
He's like, he should have a job for however long he wants it.
Lopez hits another. Brook Lopez. Lopez wants it, takes it, hits it.
Simmons.
10-5-5 for Simmons in this first half. Nice looking jumper there from Antetokounmpo. Donovan Mitchell's 38 sinks Houston. Michelle, Chauncey, and Paul have it all for you as Antetokounmpo rocks the rim with two hands after a pirouette.
You put him in the middle of the floor right now, I'm not sure what you're going to do.
Got it back and put it in. Antetokounmpo closing in on a triple-double. Giannis the catch, center of the lane, hooks it in. 20 and a half for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo looking to shake past Saric, gets to the hook, couldn't push it in, follows it up. Can't get it, does get it to go as he scoops it home.
He does. Yeah, take that H.
Antetokounmpo pokes it right to Lopez for the bucket and the foul. O'Connell is Saric, Simmons, Muscala, and Covington. Ilyasova in for Milwaukee as Giannis came soaring in for the emphatic rejection. Muscala had it stripped. 3-on-2. DiVincenzo to the rim. Antetokounmpo with the size on Redick, threw it behind his head to Snell, who hits the three, and there's the triple-double for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo banks it in to open the season with 4 straight games of at least 25 points and 15 rebounds. And why not add 2 more, plus the foul. Antetokounmpo gets free and Bledsoe finds him.
With all the switching.
Unable to turn that turnover into points. Giannis gets up ahead of steam. Brogdon out of the corner for the 3. 7-0 start here for Milwaukee. Gibson, couple of moves, rejected by Antetokounmpo. Taj able to maintain the basketball. The Timberwolves will see the Kings in Sacramento 2 weeks from tonight.
Oh, nice seal by Brogdon. Contestant released down the floor.
Butler, no, denied at the rack. Antetokounmpo in the open floor. In the game, but the biggest deficit the Timberwolves have had.
And the Wolves have been in all these games on the road.
Antetokounmpo finds Brogdon cut. At the end of the day, you've got to put everything that happens off the court aside, and you got to dig deep and play for some pride, because the Bucks right now are absolutely handing it to you.
A handful up until
3.
He made 3 up until the time Kenny Atkinson came in Brooklyn, and Antetokounmpo gets another easy basket inside.
Nice setup by Teague as well.
And so, to your point, I mean, he's always had that ability to shoot the basket.
Oh, Giannis!
That is ridiculous.
Speaking of effortless.
And you don't want to help on those drives, but you have to.
Lopez 3 of 7 downtown tonight. And when you're hitting threes, it opens up other things.
Isaac shortened up and misses the two-point shot. Giannis fusses. Looked like he got a bit off balance and recovered to hammer that one.
And so you're right, those are the cornerstones, but you got to wonder where it goes. And I think Steve Clifford is stuck with that a lot of times. He's got to figure out.
Giannis again.
And the thing that's incredible about that, besides the fact that it's 100% rebounding percentages, this was the worst team rebounding the ball last year.
Giannis inside.
But it's a lot of the same, and so they've just changed what these guys are doing offensively and defensively. They have a real identity. What a block by Giannis, my goodness.
The other night when Giannis had his triple-double, the 10th assist to give him the triple-double was over the head. Well, as we talk about him, he does that.
Ooh. But yeah, Brooke, just really very selfless, very selfless.
Giannis lays it in. He leads Orlando's first half scoring with 11. Giannis spin. Giannis. Count it. Goaltend and a foul. Comes down to Giannis. He's feeling it. Giannis just over 40 minutes when you take last night's game and this game into consideration. Count it. Giannis says count it. Just under 6:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Giannis dancing, shooting. Beautifully done.
At the center position, no longer posts like he used to. Likes to shoot three-pointers. Gives a lot of lanes for this man right here.
Oh, spin by Antetokounmpo. What a move. Bucks 2 for 10 from 3. Celtics 5 of 14 from downtown.
What decade are we in as Antetokounmpo gets to the rim, putting pressure on Boston's defense on the offensive end?
Oh, nice move by Antetokounmpo.
Well, I have no idea, but then after thinking about it, Chris told me that he and his teammates are more locked in by the start of the second. They take advantage of these opportunities to go on runs.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Oh, what a move again by Giannis. Goes right at Baines. Bledsoe was picked up on the switch by Horford, but Horford over, tried to block it, but could not. It's once again.
And the success they've had, it's amazing to see. And obviously Boston having a chance this year as Antetokounmpo knocks down a jump shot.
Is that an attempted shot? Is that a three? At Steve Kerr?
No, I mean, I was just, you know.
It sounded.
I was just saying because he worked with you. Not having the same success here in the fourth.
Nice move by Antetokounmpo, spinning his way.
Morris maybe could have got a better look on that play.
Giannis with that extra step. It counts on the foul.
And also create plays off the bounce. Great job there by the Celtics.
Oh, Middleton got it down low, and Giannis put it home off the steal. Milwaukee back in possession. Giannis to the rim, unstoppable.
I'll tell you, that shot, I thought it was going out. Must be living right.
It's his third three of the night, and again, it is Giannis.
Stein, the leading rebounder. De'Aaron Fox, the assist leader, just under 8 per game. Here's Giannis with 7, 6, 5 on the shot clock. I don't know if that took him 2 seconds. I think my question was, which of those is tougher to accomplish?
Yeah, I think the rebounding, because pace is just a commitment to a different offensive philosophy. Nice job on the block inside.
Rim protection by Milwaukee. It leads to.
Well, his game, great career in Oklahoma, but he didn't know how well that would translate to this level, but it has.
Giannis strives through the defense. The Kings have 2 thirds. Frank Mason the third and Marvin Bagley the third. Giannis has a chance at a third point. One-on-one, Giannis wins most of those. This time against Bagley. Left hand, right hand. 2-hand flush.
Missed that upper body stretch. He bounced. Middleton still.
Oh, my. Wow. I'm not sure it gets more powerful than that. High pick and roll. Giannis on the loose. Oh, he didn't. Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding me?
Terry Giles, he was a #2 ranked high school player coming out of high school a few years back, about 3 years ago.
Giannis for three.
Lopez on the wing, closely watched by Nurkic. Swings to Giannis, comes across the top of the arc, toes the line, and fires and hits his first bucket of the night. Lillard, CJ, and Aminu back in. Middleton into the lane. Antetokounmpo on the backdoor cut to the rim for the two-hand jam.
When and where to deliver the basketball.
He knows where to deliver the basketball.
right in the face of the chief, Farouk Aminu.
Of Giannis. Nurkic aboard. Tapped away. Bledsoe on the run. And Giannis there for the two-hand jam. And the Bucks are within 4 with 4:11 to play here in the second. 52%, a 9 of 18 from 3. Middleton inside, pitches to Giannis. He reverses and jams. Antetokounmpo with 13 points. Lopez 16 to lead Milwaukee.
Either dribble handoffs or just an all-right dribble off of the ball screen.
Middleton the other way. Scoots a little finger roll up there that drew double team attention. And then Giannis cleans it up now for CJ.
Nice pass from Nurk. Oh, that's an extra step it looked like on that one. Now, there's a lot of times Giannis takes a long stride and it looks weird, but it's not a travel.
42% from 3 and 11 of 26. Giannis mid-block backing in and like a tornado coming right at you. 10 boards, 4 assists. Middleton. Giannis bearing down on the 6'8 Turner. Spins by him, dunks, tip your hat, and head the other way.
CJ has had multiple options, picked his own number, and has succeeded.
Giannis inside just bogarts Aminu, who's playing with 4 fouls.
We just haven't seen players of this caliber in this league.
Here comes Antetokounmpo.
On cue. Look at the length. One dribble from the three-point line gets all the way to the cup.
When they couldn't sign Patrick McCaw and opened up the 14th slot on the team, Antetokounmpo will take it in and drop a hammer.
Come on, man. Much improved offense, right?
It is. And defense. And the defense, too. #3 in points allowed.
Oh, what a
pass.
pass.
Nice pass by Antetokounmpo to the cutting Connaughton. Durant knocked away. Antetokounmpo with the steal. And here he comes. A little short. And got it. And a timeout. The lead is 7. Looney trying to defend Antetokounmpo.
Too easy.
15 points has been the biggest Milwaukee lead. Here comes Antetokounmpo again with that sweet finger roll right down the middle.
And hopefully he gets a jump shot.
Knocked away Antetokounmpo, climbing the ladder on Durant. With the miss, Brogdon the rebound. Warriors shot 28% in that second quarter when they were outscored by 10. Antetokounmpo.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Calling in the fourth and calling in a close game.
22 for Antetokounmpo. Jones and Bell there. Lopez underneath. Beautiful feed by Antetokounmpo and a good finish by Lopez. He makes the move. He's all arms and legs and elbows and everything else.
And Kevin, the reason why I say teachable moment is because if you want to be in that conversation, as there's a block right onto the Antetokounmpo.
With the shot blocked away by Lopez. Gortat could not stick a fork in it. Here it goes. I'm going to stop that one.
You got to stop him early. More back for Jimmy Butler. It's amazing that Philly's able to add Jimmy Butler and not give up anybody really of significance.
That Connaughton is in a nice feed to Giannis, who puts it down.
And then guys in bigs in particular stationed around that three-point line for kickouts.
Great job. Giannis is back. That is he at his best.
Met him back before halftime. Got it tied.
Brogdon. for an easy one. 3 minutes into the second half. Middleton steps back, goes out on him. That one will fall.
That shot is unguardable.
He gets the steal. Clippers have numbers. Harrell, the lob, swatted away by Antetokounmpo. Wow. What a defensive play. Invite him to shoot from there. He declines the invitation. He's pretty good from there. Oh. One more stop. The lob. No stop there. Into Bledsoe. The lob. The jam!
Only he could go get that ball and dunk it.
3 on the clock.
There we go.
Shooter contested it. Blocked. Terrific defense. And not real good offense. He is something else. We're tied at 126.
Brook Lopez attempted 12 threes. He made 6 of them. As Giannis throws it down, and it's 10-9. Jokic with a good closeout on Lopez. Lopez is in the corner right now. Giannis to the right.
And that's a bad switch.
Monte Morris trying to stay with Brogdon, who had a good early start. Now Giannis over the top, and I think they're going to probably have to give it. Giannis averages 5.5 assists a game, so he's a willing passer. There it is. And Connaughton on the baseline. Got to win for Murray. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Now Giannis on attack. And he throws it down before Plumlee got there. Now can he guard Giannis? Trout. Apparently they didn't see it yet. And Ilyasova on the weak side. Giannis coming in, look out. And one.
Right now taking care of business, coming out in the second half, third quarter, with that same kind of energy you finished up the first half with.
Giannis step back, nice. Yes, right through over Millsap.
Leon's an MVP candidate. Millsap coming in, trying to draw the foul, and he's blocked. Giannis. Bledsoe shoots the 3. That's good. Juancho got it poked away.
Yes, he did that. That's a tough steal right there.
And Giannis lays it up. Now Giannis, 5 to shoot. Giannis coming in. Giannis, big steps. And that's good. Lead was at 74-73. Back in the day. Giannis, long range. And he's got it.
Went to the wrong side.
Really quick shot by Harris. Pass it underneath, and Giannis is away. And I think there you got to foul Giannis.
Boy, and you had Beasley wide open.
Costly turnovers for the Nuggets. Brogdon for 3.
And Beasley wide open on the weak side angle.
You see, well, B.J. Bickerstaff, his strategy is use the athleticism.
Giannis.
Kyle Adams is like, well, I mean, the last one was a questionable Giannis.
Giannis sees the help and sees the rim.
Good patience by Giannis.
Able to hold the pivot foot. He was slipping around a little bit. He goes right back at it and scores against Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Spurs. His father did when David Robinson was drafted. Fortuitous. Giannis. Fearless at the rim, always. 10 points for Antetokounmpo.
Getting some cutters off the ball. Some action.
Block shot, Antetokounmpo. Ilyasova has it. Giannis looking. Turnover, Middleton has it. What a pass, Giannis.
Well, great work by Giannis down low. He's looking for a foul at the back screen to get themselves open going to the basket.
Giannis upon us. Right-handed hammer. He came in leading the NBA with 56 dunks. Nice pass. Giannis lays it in. Tony Snell.
For a bucket by Thon Maker.
Kyle Anderson, 4 fouls. Kyle Anderson, 5 fouls.
No force out, so you're not going to get that.
Oh, Giannis blocks Gasol right at the rim. Gasol stays there. Selden picks up the loose ball.
Defenders are located. Let him get left. You see what happens.
Giannis flush from Middleton. Giannis paint. Glass good. And one.
Back to the franchise that drafted him, who had to endure a couple of injuries. What's his emotion, energy, and what's his play like?
Look out! If he starts hitting that.
Deflection. Great job, Middleton. Bledsoe has it. Bucks on a push. Brogdon, reverse, over the top, but Giannis is there and one.
Brogdon will back it out and get it into the arms of Giannis. Antetokounmpo on the attack. Brogdon given a lot of space. Lopez almost baited him into it. Here comes Harrison. Antetokounmpo got a piece from behind.
Their numbers have increased drastically for the good.
6th in the league in defensive rating over those last 8 games. Antetokounmpo makes his way to the rim. It was of the deep tissue variety.
Where he said there was no down legend.
Giannis with the rejection of Levine. Antetokounmpo fights the contest and earns the bucket. Middleton harassed. Back to Lopez. 2 to shoot. Middleton a bomb. No. Antetokounmpo on the follow for the lead. That was a Clemens fastball. Lopez couldn't handle. Antetokounmpo on the follow.
And that sets up your ability to make shots from the perimeter.
Antetokounmpo connects. His second 3 of the night.
Well, you can't miss the Milwaukee Bucks tonight in their City Edition uniforms, honoring the Mecca. Takeaway, Giannis, Euro steps, and lays it in. He wanted the foul as well. Millsap with some guns.
Do that, you're going to force the offense to miss a lot of threes.
They forced Hernan Gomez to miss. Giannis shows, goes, dunks. He's okay. Mean mug. Giannis Antetokounmpo, big time.
Jim, I like Creep City, but I like this better as well. And of course, many of you will remember when we played in the arena, Giannis hit all the way around Jokic. You don't know how to play in front of him.
And try to get downhill. He told Sterling Brown, you need to have an impact as soon as you go in.
That's beautiful.
Giannis always has an impact.
All right, come on, score, hold him, score. Oh my.
That's the score. Oh, two-handed flush. Antetokounmpo off a spin. 12 points for him. Gets it back from Bledsoe. Feeds the post. Giannis. Yes. Had to wait for the yes. It bounced, and Giannis has 14. For Bledsoe, gets it in the post. Soft help, then Millsap comes in to help out in a greater way, but Giannis just releases when the help comes to score. Middleton wearing yellow shoes to match the Bucks City Edition uniform tonight. Giannis with the flush. 18 for Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee has outscored teams by an average of 11.4 points a game. The best differential in the league. They have it down to 2 from 17 as Giannis running is obviously playing with pace.
Don't rush.
Exactly. John Woodard. Antetokounmpo. Connaughton stays with Jamal Murray. Seals it nicely, forcing the turnover. Giannis, the pick. Giannis, the finger roll. Giannis, 27 points.
Right?
Not quite.
And here's the point.
25.
Look at that. These fans, you fans out there watching, Jim and I, we get to watch this. Don't turn it over. Get good shots.
Giannis from Bledsoe. My goodness.
Highlight.
Oh, my Giannis. 29 points. A quick start, definitely in order against the team with the best record in the Western Conference. Inside, Giannis finds Bledsoe. Lopez hit the 8 in Denver. Giannis, yes. Okay, not a 3, but that is a stretch shot for Giannis Antetokounmpo. 500 minutes, more than any duo in the league, and they're plus-minus during that time as Giannis doesn't care about anybody else's plus-minus. I think everybody wondered if The group will be back. Great defense. Brogdon and Lopez there. Somebody got a hand on it. Brogdon now. And Giannis is fouled by Nurkic.
Give us one more year. So I think this season is really interesting for them because they said, look, we've got one more chance.
Giannis follows up. Pat Connaughton flying in for. I think are using it as a tool to get inside for that.
Right on cue.
And a weapon, maybe when they're behind in a game, they can use it to get back in a game. Giannis, he will win. 3, their biggest lead has been 22. Giannis, there it is. He was 0 for 1, 4 for 39, and now 5 for 40. 2 threes and a free throw away from Tim, so he could get there easily too. They're getting it done tonight. Excellent effort. Giannis and 1. It rolls around and down for Antetokounmpo. Lillard passes out of a double team. Bledsoe. Here, Connaughton. He goes to Giannis. And it's a flush.
These Bucks are on 3-on-1 breaks, getting deflections off someone's leg, making it happen.
Yes! At the buzzer. Rolls. Middleton goes the other way. That didn't touch anything, and it favors the offense for the flush handle on Giannis. Unbelievable. Antetokounmpo and Maker, along with Bledsoe, Middleton, and Connaughton. Giannis. 35% three-point shooter. He's 2 for 2 so far. Giannis, flush. Dunk number 77. He leads the league. He's done it repeatedly. Bledsoe up for Giannis in the post against Trevor Ariza. Giannis has his second flush.
But he takes a chance, and Giannis makes him pay.
Look out. I wonder if he could go through an entire game with nothing but dunks.
What if he just decides to only dunk? My goodness, he'd still be just fine.
Terry Stotts. Oh, that's 4 for 4 on hammers. Terry Stotts the other night before the game said, why do people talk about Giannis shooting 3? There's Zion Ilyasova on the court now with Giannis, Malcolm Brogdon, Pat Connaughton, Thon Maker. There's Zion on the board. Bucks have won 6 straight games against the Phoenix Suns. Overall. 5 makes, 5 dunks for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis working with Connaughton, 3. Ilyasova. What a great rebound. Finds Giannis. That would be his 6th basket and 6th dunk. We know the Bucks can put the pedal down and crush a team in short order. That's why it's important to stay close. I'm telling you what, he has 7 made shots, all dunks.
43.5-inch vertical. I didn't confirm that, but that's what it says. It says he wants to be like Olajuwon. I say you take him too.
Phoenix sets up that wall of white. Giannis didn't even see it.
Keep trusting each other. Giannis, like we said, he's done a really good job of doing that. But
really?
Well,
that's 8 dunks in 10 mid field goals. Giannis, down goes Ariza. 29 points for Antetokounmpo. He has 29. Lopez the rebound. Giannis. Antetokounmpo lays it in. 5:45. Drive. Lopez went up to deny Ariza. Bledsoe. Giannis running and hammering. It's a 4-point game. 33 for Antetokounmpo. Middleton the rebound.
Every possession right now is huge.
Have it! That's why they call him the freak.
Oh, beautiful. And still win the game. The 3 is overwhelming in a way. And so he likes the fact that you have to get steals. You have to do so many other things right.
Giannis in the paint.
Then the Bucks are at shooting 2s because they're not used to it.
Giannis. Took it away from Aldridge. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They're good at that.
32-31. The Bucks had a 15-point lead over San Antonio. They broke out of the shoot tonight with a lot of that. Giannis. Bellinelli into the paint. Kicks it out. Cunningham goes right back in. Drops it off. Giannis. LaMarcus Aldridge, and the rebound taken by Giannis. All the way home. As Rudy Gay crosses to the left hand. Lopez went up to challenge. Here's Bledsoe. Pass ahead for Giannis. Oh, yeah. Wow. Bledsoe thought about it. Picked up by Forbes. Giannis. Yes, nice touch. Little baby hook over Cunningham. Giannis in the post. Cunningham. Groaned. He knew it. He had too much to handle. He fouls Giannis. Under 2 minutes in the fourth. Giannis spins, lays it in.
As he turns to shoot a little fadeaway.
Bledsoe, exact same spot, exact same result. Antetokounmpo backing down against Marvin Williams. The wingspan of a condor.
Corners or on the wings for three-point shots. That one rotated around as Nick did that.
Antetokounmpo with one big sidestep got right to the rim. Perfect timing, a three-pointer for MKG. Antetokounmpo hits his first three tonight, only his sixth of the season. Here comes Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo was the 14th player picked back in June. Picked up by Middleton. Numbers from Milwaukee, 5 on 3. And they got it to the exact correct spot. Antetokounmpo throws it through. Kemba trapped in trouble. Cody is pinned by Antetokounmpo, and that's the way the quarter ends. Milwaukee used that timeout to bring Antetokounmpo back into the game. Greek Freak gets himself a dunk. One possession game. 1 point game.
Giannis, height advantage.
And that's what you want to do. Vision whatsoever, and that's just one of the basic primary rules of defense.
Giannis gets it back in a hurry.
Looks like Giannis might have got away with stepping on the inline on that play.
Shot clock under 10. Middleton loops it in for Giannis. Robin Lopez can't stop that. Plus 20, which is first in the league in the second quarter. So we'll see if that plays out. And one. Giannis scores, has a free throw now.
You know you're not on an island out there. You know there's other players, defenders out there. You know backflow is coming.
Giannis, and one.
But once the switch happens, now you've got an even smaller defender. Robin is crafty.
That man's crafty too. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 16 points. Takes off his warm-up, getting ready to return. Giannis with 10 on the shot clock. Pulls up and hits. Defensive three violation against Chicago. 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Giannis in on Robin Lopez to score. Antetokounmpo has had a very solid first half.
So that gives you an idea of just what he brings to the table.
You consider effort a skill?
Giannis! Well, I think that's a skill.
That is.
Yeah.
Well, 21 points on 10 shots.
Yep.
Giannis spins for the dunk.
Good rim protection inside.
23% three-point shooter as Giannis takes it in. The reason I point that out, can Carter Jr. become 2 for 7 now with the miss in his career? Giannis flushes after Archie. Diacono tried to rip it away. 30 points for Antetokounmpo again.
How many times has that happened? Well, Robin has outscored Brook. Nice pass. Nice job. Giannis, great recognition.
Giannis just moves Parker out of there as Archie Diacono overplayed and got caught. 34 for Antetokounmpo.
43s a game, making 14 of those.
Moutier has it taken away. Antetokounmpo. The Euro step and the left-handed slam. A couple of nice double figure outings. The Philly game, a lot of that was in garbage time, but he's back playing well again. Antetokounmpo.
Spinning and winning 8 feet away.
Big part with them because Philly, Boston, Toronto all have excellent benches. Antetokounmpo's jump shot.
That's his shot there. Remember the game-winning shot he made here last year.
It made its debut on your 70th birthday celebration. That was my tribute to you.
Very apropos.
Boy, Noah almost came up with a block. Instead, he fouled. Porzingis' caliber that warrants so much attention from the defense. Boy, Bledsoe got away with a travel there, and Antetokounmpo throws it down. A lot of other things besides score.
Yeah, they need more versatility. Hardaway 7 assists with the poor shooting.
Antetokounmpo, the up and under. Mitchell Robinson was frustrated.
That's not a good sign, Mike. You shoot the ball, you're trying to get the rebound.
Antetokounmpo inside, leads in, and lays it up and in. Brogdon, short jumper's good.
Brogdon redeeming himself, previously turned it over.
Stops, back up top, Connaughton. 3 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo across the lane, layup. It's good as the shot clock expires.
Season high in addition for Hardaway.
We're tied again here at OT. Bledsoe, Antetokounmpo lays it up and in.
When it starts to falter a little, they have to come back to practice and say, guys, we got to get stick hand. We have to get to the perimeter.
Giannis drives to score.
You can play with these guys, and that doesn't mean you're picking it up. In his case, he did. Yes, sir.
You know, you see a guy, and Giannis fits this category too.
Allowing them that opportunity.
However, the Bucks are the best overall rebounding team. Giannis! That's an oh my Giannis. He has 6.
Gets to the line.
Brogdon can't get the reverse. Guess who cleans it up? Giannis Antetokounmpo. The defense prevails one more time.
There were a lot of guys in on that giving help. Well done defensive hands.
Okay, so there's your poster tonight.
Well, they went into Drummond at this end a moment ago for just the third post in the game. That's called
nearly a souvenir.
That's how he can get deep position.
Giannis just picked up his 4th foul.
Yep. Don't want one right away here.
Giannis flush from Dellavedova. And a whistle count the basket. Another possible flush 3-point play for Antetokounmpo.
6-11. Bullies Livingston, kicks it out. Brogdon can't pay it off, but there's the Greek Freak with the left-handed tip. Down rebounds. Here's Giannis in transition, steps away from Jerebko, and the soft layup. Good win for Philadelphia tonight in Detroit without Joel Embiid. Look at Giannis with the one-hand throwdown off the miss by Bledsoe, and a foul. Detroit at halftime. Giannis with the step through, and then he rolls it over Looney and puts it in. 2-point game. And answer, Brogdon with a rebound. Brogdon and Curry, the only players in the league. 50, 40, 90. Middleton blew the layup, but there's the Greek Freak with the tap. Antetokounmpo with a great spin and shows the strength, finishing off the glass. Well,
that's very disciplined coaching, absolutely.
Great finish by Antetokounmpo, and is back to the rim. The Bucks will fall to 16-8. They're 9-8 in their last 17. How about Giannis?
Toronto fans have been into hoops ever since this Toronto team started winning games.
Bledsoe drives, finds Giannis, and he swishes one inside the arc to open the scoring.
And there's nothing you like seeing more than...
They came over from San Antonio. Ooh. Giannis. He backs it out and hits a 3.
Oh, I like what I'm seeing early. I know Kawhi came down and hit a nice...
Prior to tonight. Middleton. Great job. Swish. 3. Giannis out from the post.
Look, it's a little early to get too excited, but if Giannis is going to make perimeter shots, our player now, he's got the highest offensive efficiency in the NBA.
3-pointer Lopez. Ibaka standing there, and he shakes his head as Lopez comes to the other end.
Is the one that wanted to get you here is big time, and I think that familiarity, Bud knows how George has been successful. Oh my goodness, Giannis.
Zach Zara says no basket. He blew the whistle. Pointed at the floor, no shot. It went in for Giannis, won't count.
He's 6 for 56 coming into tonight. No way. As hard as he worked on it this summer, he's going to get it going at some point.
This time, he gets the favorable whistle. It's an and one. Giannis will have a free throw coming. So we have a chance here to talk about great block shot. Here comes Giannis. Pass ahead. Bring it up. Tony Snell. That's how you play out of the defense.
What a big-time block by Thon. That created that. Giannis making the...
Did in the playoffs, didn't he?
He did. He scored in double figures, I think, 4 straight times against the Raptors.
Oh, my Giannis!
Oh, I love it. I love it. They make threes, baby. This is going to be a good game for Milwaukee. And if they do this, whew, even better. Ball and Jeff Van Gundy, and those are two guys I can think of, along with John McLaughlin.
And all of a sudden, Brogdon hits a three.
And that's a
Giannis with another rebound. He has 9 boards and 9 points, 4 assists. 11 points.
Just a great job probing. I think when he first came down in transition, surge
from the field in the second half. That's a little bit rare for a young player. He's in his 3rd season. But he showed people something when he was able to keep going, and Giannis, of course, shows something each and every night. Had it connected, Brogdon. This time he finds Giannis. Giannis off the glass, yes.
They missed that call. Malcolm definitely got fouled, but
Siakam wants movement. Gets it. Crosses to his left, drives on Giannis. The Bucks have it. Great job defensively. No foul there. You defend without fouling, you can win in this league, and Brogdon scores on the bust down.
Really good defensive play by Sterling. Got Danny Green off the three-point line. Even if he would have made it, it would have been the right play.
Giannis finds Sterling Brown for 3. Beautifully done. Giannis drew the defense to the middle. Sterling Brown splashes that 3, 68-65. That's Sterling Brown drives Fred Van Vliet to the hole.
That was a nice take. Giannis, each season he's leading the league in assists with over 10 assists per game. So his role has shifted, and as a veteran leader of this team, he's said, hey,
time to have 4 makes if you're Kyle Lowry. The foul was on Van Vliet, his 3rd. Giannis increases the Bucks' lead to 87-81. Giannis, yes, flush, he got by Siakam.
That is the right play. I love that he attacked. Yes, there's time left on the clock.
19 and 19 for Antetokounmpo. 19 points, 19 boards.
They take their chances on Kawhi in the backcourt against Malcolm, but Brook with the gutsy pass all the way to the corner. I like it. Getting to the rim. We talked about making the big plays late in the game. Going the Bucks' way right now.
Siakam will see himself on tape. The Bucks win 104-99, a 10-2 close to the game. Milwaukee 2-0 against Toronto, so the Bucks can do no worse than split the 4-game series with what is now the top team in the Eastern Conference at this point. That is a signature victory in December to make Milwaukee 17-8 through 25 games.
To miss, then you know it was enough for a foul to be called.
2 on Sabonis, 3 on the Pacers, 54.6 remaining.
Giving you a chance at 2 additional points, which happens. Perimeter defenders out top.
George Hill.
Good pass, Giannis. Saw George Hill kind of lurking behind that favorable matchup. You know, Sterling Brown, I don't think leave him on an island like that against Young.
Giannis. Beautifully using the left hand.
Pacers going to start Turner on Chris Middleton.
Giannis. They don't go small to him. Long, lean, and hammering Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, I see what happens because of Chris Middleton's ability to knock down the shot. And watch just how they're struggling to get that ball to fall through the hole, but this thing can turn in an instant against this Pacers. People out 11 games keeps jacking up the long threes, playing right into the Bucks' hands.
Hey, Brogdon.
There you go. This thing can turn. Ooh, offensive rebounds. First one you can stomach. That second one, not so much.
Lopez lets it fly. Yes, sir. 3-pointer.
Just something about increasing the level of energy at the defensive end in terms of just rust and rhythm.
Giannis kicks it out of the paint. Sterling Brown, three-pointer.
Sterling Brown, last 5 games, 50% from the three-point line.
Wanted Giannis to get into the post. He sees perhaps the mismatch with McDermott. They work it to block Malcolm for a three, and Brogdon hits it.
Bottoms.
Brogdon. Coors Light mini fridge. The Coors Light fourth quarter shootout. Giannis drive, kicks, three. Ersan Ilyasova.
I love Ersan jumping.
Day after day at Fiserv Forum. Under 10 minutes to play in the fourth. Giannis steps into a three-point make. Antetokounmpo.
Why not?
That's his 8th make.
It's a struggle. Get him back in there.
Yes, Giannis on the follow jam.
Good aggressive take Chris off the curl. You attract Miles Turner, which means a shot block.
These teams will meet February 13th back here, then March 7th in Milwaukee. 113-97.
Giannis comes to Cleveland, ranked 10th in scoring.
47% from the three-point line since he's been inserted into the starting lineup. Oh, there we go.
Scripted play. We watched it today at shoot-around, and it works this time. Giannis on a cut.
Yeah, nice job. And that cut is kind of an afterthought cut. He was actually the third option on that play. That's the second best record in the league.
Giannis working in the paint again.
Official Tom Washington caught good the wraparound on Giannis. Nice pass.
Little alley-oop. Giannis hammers it down. 7 points for Antetokounmpo in 5 minutes.
Yeah, nice start.
Giannis unobstructed in the restricted area.
That hurts both your assist percentage and your field goal percentage and effective field goal percentage.
Oh, the Bucks are executing on all cylinders right now. That time Giannis scoring on a cut. Giannis keeps, spins, scores, and one.
Talked about Osman just being overwhelmed by just the sheer greatness of Giannis Antetokounmpo inside. Watch this footwork by Giannis. Watch the step through. Hold the pivot foot, step through with the left foot, keep that right foot down.
Lopez had a hand come down over his face while he was grabbing the rebound. No whistle there. Beautiful lead. Bledsoe finger roll. Giannis. Bledsoe drive kick. One more pass. Lopez wide open. Plenty of time. Giannis flush on the putback.
See, this is not like small guys inside that he's powering through. That's Larry Nance Jr.
Jalen Morris, George Hill in rhythm. Giannis. Another putback flush for Antetokounmpo. He has 31 points tonight.
We still got to score, Jim. That was on the calf now.
The 10th time he has been at 30 or better in a game this season. Well, another dunk, perfectly timed, 36 for Antetokounmpo. The Bucks open this possession with 14 on the shot clock. Bledsoe. Giannis, another flush.
He's just dunking for the sake of dunking. Good job, George Hill, blowing up the screen to Clarkson. Nice.
Giannis and one. He powers through. Larry Nance Jr., he took it right to him.
Physicality, strength up top. He tries to wrap him up, but Giannis, advantage of coming in bigger, stronger.
Giannis has matched his career high of 44. But what a night, 44, 14 rebounds and 8 assists, couple assists short of a triple-double. 8 dunks, 5 layups, a 15-footer, 6 for 21 on free throws. And Giannis has scored 44 points without taking a three-point shot in this game.
They had like a small 4 or 5 game winning streak, and then he hurt his ankle. Then they went on a 6-game snide.
Antetokounmpo. 8 dunks in Cleveland. He starts with 1 in Detroit. The Bucks have 9 rebounds. Drummond and Griffin have combined for 12. Block shot, Giannis. He thwarts Andre Drummond.
Wow. That's a man with 2 fouls. Thinking caution, but only knows how to play one way in a situation like that. That's cut coverage by Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's a spectacular block on a very athletic Andre Drummond. And Drummond took off just a little too far where he could really.
George Hill puts a back screen on Stanley Johnson. That allows Giannis to get to the rim.
Remember Tiny Tim and tiptoe through the tulips?
I do.
A rip screen to get Giannis freed up going from left to right. Calderon grabbed him around the waist to stop his progress. Nice job.
Giannis bouncing off former Buck John Lure to score.
You got to be careful bouncing.
An intense demeanor. Facially, he looks like he's... Well, he got lost that time.
Speaking of facials.
Yeah. Exactly.
Speaking of facial.
Bullock. Great job defensively by DJ Wilson.
Last night, a DJ saved my life.
Tony Snell, a pure three from the corner.
DJ out there balling, blocking, attacking.
Ball. Oh, yes, that's Sterling Brown from Giannis.
And Sterling posing till closing, turns and looks at Blake Griffin. And again, a nice...
Luke Kennard misses. Giannis another board. Middleton for three. Oh, my.
That's a timeout waiting to happen right there.
You had a timeout signal before. Giannis. Good job in the paint.
Well, I love that jump look for him. He can get that shot off against whomever, whenever.
It's Middleton. Bledsoe turns the corner, finds Giannis, gets it back. Great job. He scored finally over Luke Kennard.
Yeah, that's a tough interior finish for Eric Bledsoe from that.
Threes or lack of same from Blake Griffin. We'll watch this. Giannis from Middleton. See, I stopped talking at the right time.
Yeah, you did. But a great decision by Chris Middleton.
By actives against Milwaukee. It's a little bit under his season average of 15.6. Giannis from Bledsoe.
Good execution, little ball screen action.
Twice against Kansas City. The Kings. Giannis, yes.
Great job, Chris Middleton, driving left. He saw the crowd. He was attracted.
Drummond with a tricky dribble. Lopez got a piece of what was supposed to be a shot, and Giannis just does Giannis on the other end.
It just eludes Blake Griffin, but Blake kind of sticks that right. Shed him a little bit too aggressively. Be careful with that. Don't want to pick up a cheap foul here.
Perhaps Giannis is starting to learn just how strong he is. Blake Griffin found out a little more right there.
Yeah, he found out in that. But just great position defense. Nice. See ya.
Man, they may have been. I was in Florence one time and saw statues like that in one place.
Manja. Eat. Giannis getting fed out here. Manja. Manja, Monsieur Reggie Jackson.
He is the big dog.
I don't know if he had to go to the other side of the rim. I thought he going to bail out on the play.
Block shot, Giannis. He got Stanley Johnson. Giannis passes through on Stanley Johnson. Bledsoe. Giannis and one. Well, Ben Ebrard, I know you're happy Giannis scored. Thanks for taking part. The pick was Eric Bledsoe. He gets the assist on the play.
They can't get half a fridge then. A nice job, Bledsoe. Finding Giannis in a crowd. Giannis kept pointing up. You know, he knew he had the athletic and length advantage on John Lure inside. Bledsoe threw it right at the perfect spot. Giannis catch, impossible, and one.
So would you be in favor of 8? The Bucks have depth on both ends of the floor. Here's Tony Snell. Turns the corner and lays it in. Little finger roll.
Yeah, we always talk about the gravity. So much attention to Giannis on the roll.
Sterling Brown gets it back and finds Giannis for a dunk.
I mean, first, you got to question the shot selection of Sterling.
Defensive play. Griffin lost his dribble and tried to give it up. Bledsoe picked it, finds Giannis, finger roll. 4 straight for Antetokounmpo, and one. Could be 5 in a row. 104-99 with a free throw coming.
That's
third foul on Calderon. It bounces properly for Giannis. Bledsoe missed 3 free throws. Griffin misses 2. The Bucks lead 105-107 to 99. Giannis.
Beautifully conceived and executed offensive play called by
Griffin. for three. The Bucks win by 3.
But they're doing it just a little bit different. And to be honest, I think the way AD scores the ball is probably the way Giannis wants to start to score. A little more mid-range. Nice finish.
And one.
Coming out of the timeout, that's what you want to see. Giannis assert himself 7-0. Coach Bud was not happy. They'll take that, though, and one with contact.
He leads the league. And, of course, Davis hits a few more three-pointers than Giannis has. Let's check in with Katie. She had something out of the huddle. Well, turnover by New Orleans. The Bucks trying to make them pay. Giannis with a left-handed flush.
He wasn't going to miss that one. That last one, you could tell he bobbled it just a little bit.
15 and 16. Last year they started like this, but they finished very strongly. George Hill for 3. Been by far their best period. Time maker for 3. Is that a 2? Yes. Ruled a 2 on the floor. George Hill. He's had a little rough start. 4 times between Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Giannis makes the second for the rebound. Frank Jackson has checked in for New Orleans. 3-point miss. It appeared. Wow, that hit everything and then dropped through for Maker, a triple. Percentage is higher on the road than at home. His 3-point percentage is the other way around. Higher at home than away from home. Tony Snell, another 3.
So they're looking for it in all these other places. Darius Miller stepping up tonight, though.
Giannis through the statuary to the rim.
In the paint. That's not who they are right now, but that does not mean the Bucks should change. That means the Pelicans have to adjust. Because it's not really about this game. Yes, you do want to win this game, but Coach Bud is having the perspective. This team has the perspective that
best pace in the league. Milwaukee 5th. Giannis inside off the glass. Beautifully done. The close to the second quarter by New Orleans. Well, the Bucks' most popular holiday package is still available. Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The 17th game to be played here.
Up 26 points a game and all the great statistics, but he's got to have his guys with him. And Anthony Davis, he knows everybody's not healthy, but he's got to get those guys.
Budenholzer manages minutes. We talked about the Bucks building for the end of the season. That's all part of it. And he has been a master. Talk about masters.
Yeah, see this guy, he just quietly goes about, he's smiling down there. He just really quietly goes about his business, gets his
20 and 8. Giannis, a dunk. Had a couple of those stymied tonight. He went down, held his left ankle for a bit, leaving at that point, we were told that he was ill. Giannis Antetokounmpo makes a winner out of Jack. Wilson, yes, 3-pointer from Giannis. Tied at 95. George Hill, Frazier might know what he's talking about.
He was paying attention in camp. Holiday have to facilitate so much.
Giannis makes both free throws. Giannis. Bledsoe was in there trying to battle for the rebound. The Bucks get it. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 25 for Giannis. There's the mean mug tonight. Here, 25 for him. The average is 28. Giannis, deep catch, close proximity. Tony Snell. This game was paved with pace earlier, but it was a little bit slow, a little bit lethargic, and now the pace is yielding intensity and big shots. Bledsoe has 9 as he drains a triple. Middleton 33. Those are the numbers that he's trying to keep these players at, building for the end of the season. The Bucks knock off New Orleans 123 to 115. They have won 3 straight games.
Milwaukee has 3 offensive fouls, and they're 0 for 3 in the 3-ball.
Boy, great handle and finish by Antetokounmpo.
See, when you're at courtside, you really appreciate this guy. This is an excellent starting group for Milwaukee. See, this is another main part of his game.
And he shoots it.
The vision to Lopez. You're looking for another three-point shooter, a guy who can play both guard positions and shoot the three.
Boy, Snell is hot right now. Drills another jumper.
And they have at least 10, 11 guys that can be in the rotation.
Looking to snap a losing streak here in Boston. Maker! Butter!
In the brief time that he plays.
Antetokounmpo over to Thon Maker, made his last one, and hits nothing but net again.
I like that. I like that. Look at that. See, take advantage.
Into Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo with the tip.
How about the reach? See, that remember we told you now. Spurts at both ends. This will go on for the full 48 minutes.
Middleton has it stuck on automatic right now.
He got not only that, he got chopped twice.
Irving with the crossover.
Pretty.
Blocked by Antetokounmpo.
Wow.
And here he is, lethal on the break.
And Milwaukee was very upset on the call.
Lead is down to 16. Brogdon. Antetokounmpo. Oh, express yourself. Giannis.
There's the power. So easy. He just floats through.
Got 13 points in the ball game. Antetokounmpo up front. A rare three-pointer on the way, and that's the type of night that it's been for the Milwaukee Bucks at the offensive end.
You can't slow down now. Your defense has been excellent on all your rotations. You have to do that in this quarter.
Antetokounmpo inside and one.
More important, when we show you that replay, where's that passing the basketball, cutting hard? Where was that energy that we saw in the first half?
Great crossover, and Giannis and one. Antetokounmpo back in, spins with it, lost it, got it back, count it.
Once he gets totally in shape, he's going to be a bear.
Up top, Antetokounmpo checks in and immediately makes his presence felt. Good contest by Brown, and he forces the miss. Tatum got all the way in and blocked by Antetokounmpo.
Now, think about this tonight.
That freed up the paint there where he was able to get all the way to the rim with no shot blocker.
Antetokounmpo doubled in the paint. Hands it off to Middleton, who splashes in a 15-footer. The Bucks are 4 of 24 from downtown. Winslow back to Hassan against Lopez. Antetokounmpo with some help. 6 of 10 from downtown in this quarter. They lead by 14. Bledsoe lobbing. Antetokounmpo finally gets his first field goal.
Forcing Milwaukee to stay into a stance for an entire 24 seconds.
Tyler's triple got deflected. Here comes Giannis. Antetokounmpo, full head of steam. Oh my, that looked easy. 7 points for Antetokounmpo.
And they went to the 2-3 zone on that last possession, mixing up their defenses, trying to confuse Milwaukee.
Wade for Bam, denied. Good defense by Antetokounmpo. The runner by Tyler gets nothing but front rim, and Antetokounmpo off his 12th rebound advances. Beautiful pass for Bledsoe to score, and a foul. This is Tony Snell from downtown. It's good. Snell from the hip connects on his 3rd triple of the game. Dwayne Wade puts the Heat up by 9. Antetokounmpo lays it in.
Detailed it in the open, Chauncey. Giannis leading the league in points in the paint per game and steps outside here for the jumper. The first quarter, first of 5 games on the ESPN family of networks on this Christmas. Antetokounmpo hung long enough to put enough on it to get it to drop.
Merry Christmas to you, Tom. Thanks.
Well, Mike Budenholzer's team turns it over 5 times in that first quarter as Antetokounmpo hits another jump shot. 2-point game, second quarter action. Here's Giannis. Gets to his spot, finishes in the foul, just too easy. 8 to shoot. Poked away by Giannis. Could be fun to the rack. Antetokounmpo trying to attack in transition and does. That's one way to beat the zone.
Get it in transition. Don't let them set that zone up. Turnover by Emmanuel Mudiay, but what does Coach Fizz do? Encourages his guy. He claps him up, say, we're okay, that's fine. Stay aggressive.
Significantly in second halves. Done most of his damage in first halves. Can he keep the stamina going? As Brogdon with a strong finish on the reverse side. He now has 13. Adding George Hill. And to your point about John Horst, but he had a good line for describing what he has now as Antetokounmpo able to get through the fumble for 2. Another turnover from New York. Middleton with Giannis behind him, lobs it up, and Antetokounmpo fires it down with a left hand.
That's part of my career.
Antetokounmpo off one leg, spins it in.
Ooh, when he's making that, it's not much you can do.
On the 3, 10th rebound for Antetokounmpo. Galloping into the open floor, Giannis banks it in. How do you stop that? Can I work out here?
Right. And you can't stop the great ones from...
Oh, Antetokounmpo took that Christmas gift away from Alonzo Trier. What a rejection, and then Hill finishes on the other end. Antetokounmpo, the long strides and the soft leg. Many different former Knicks, but especially King when it comes to Knox, knowing that, hey, he's been through it all. As Bledsoe puts it in, plus the foul, and Vonleh took a shot. Milwaukee for the 4th and final time this season. They split their first 2 as Antetokounmpo hangs on the rim with a 2-hand flush.
Cornette only took 3s on Tuesday. He was 3 for 6, 9 points. Giannis top of the key. Antetokounmpo didn't hesitate a bit. Bledsoe into the paint. Strong in there. Giannis, yes, he moves ahead of Ricky Pierce. Giannis, oh my, what a great play. Antetokounmpo, and he's fouled by Cantor.
Half-court quickness and power.
Giannis is kind of relishing the Vonleh matchup too. He tried to go right at him there. Finds Lopez.
Defender on his side, you're in trouble.
Woo! Giannis stops Knox in midair.
Skyward.
Knox missing the shot. The Bucks rebound. Giannis through and one. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 57-53 Milwaukee. Lopez from Giannis. Three-pointer good.
Now you saw what happened.
Cornette, 3 triples on Tuesday. He has made 3 tonight. Giannis fouls his miss. It scores over Vonleh.
On the perimeter as Lopez comes into the paint.
Like his father, Frank Cornette, Luke played 4 seasons at Vanderbilt. Three-pointer, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo drives on Knox, kicks it out to Wilson, who puts up the 3 and hits it.
Pancake jumper.
Block shot Antetokounmpo. He got Cantor. Log jam at midcourt, taken away by Ntilikina. A slight hamstring tweak recently. He did not play against Atlanta. He and George Hill just banging around, and Hill cleared Trier out of there about 10 feet, and that opened the gap for Giannis. Giannis, they were playing well off of him. Go ahead and try that. 20 for Antetokounmpo with 10 rebounds. Giannis the rebound. Way to go, Kalia. Way to pick him. Finger roll. Lay in. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 22. 6 makes for Cornette. He has 20 points. Tony Snell said, all right, we need that back. Under 2 minutes in the 4th quarter. Giannis, contact with Knox. Giannis got it to go. A little touch.
Oh, boy. Does he have that little Cooper accent?
Giannis from Middleton. Take that, rim. He has scored 30 or better in all 4 games against the Knicks.
Didn't play a lot for Barcelona last year. They were trying to stash him, Jim.
Three-pointer, Malcolm Brogdon.
The last 5 years.
Giannis, this time, no block shot. Left-handed flush. Kuruc was there at the last.
Giannis makes it pay the price for it.
Jared Dudley wanted Jarrett Allen. Giannis intercepted. Giannis, he gets by Allen. Giannis, two-handed flush. Back-to-back jammers for Antetokounmpo. In the trade for Jason Kidd, coming here as a coach. Giannis with his 3rd flush in the game.
They get a little confused, young basketball team.
Giannis will take this one and make this one. Antetokounmpo for three. Malcolm Brogdon.
And you had all 5 of those Atlanta Hawks starters named Player of the Month in the month of January that year.
Giannis cradles. Wilson shortens up and hits the deuce.
Look at the basket, young fella. Okay.
He will.
Okay. Now I'll take a peek.
Of course, Andre Kirilenko, former star with the Utah Jazz.
It was an AK-47. AK-47, yes, okay.
Anthony. He scored 25 or more 8 times off the bench, which is the most in the league, and 30-plus 3 times off the bench. Giannis, easy deuce. Malcolm Brogdon works in behind Giannis. Hey! Giannis doesn't need any help.
Maybe a little small to be an effective regular contributor on this level.
Highest scoring quarter by both teams. The Bucks had a 42-point second quarter today. Giannis feels the contact, counted. He stayed with that, bobbled it a bit. He has a free throw coming. Fareed averages under 6 minutes a game. Giannis block shot.
He got it under the proverbial 10-point deficit.
Giannis, no hezzy.
Back at you.
That's what we were talking about.
you better hold that pebble tight.
Rack snap.
You better get the pebble to Giannis. Take it from him.
I'm taking those hits.
Yeah, Ilyasova leads the league in offensive fouls taken per game.
Okay. How's he doing now? 6 straight points, 29.
Chris Middleton's been since what, mid-November or so. He's had these kinds of consistent scoring. Oh my goodness.
Less than 90 seconds to play. Giannis has scored the last 8 for Milwaukee. And feeds Middleton for a triple.
Low right box coming off a cross screen. See, there's the play.
There's the play.
There's the play.
And it works.
There she is.
A scripted three-pointer for Brook Lopez.
Poor in pick-and-roll ball handler defense. Poor in isolation defense. So look for the Bucks to try and exploit that. There's a cut.
Sterling Brown from Giannis.
Poor 27th in cut defense.
Milwaukee's lead at 3. Tough catch for Giannis, but he can catch anything. Turns it into a deuce. His first points. The loose ball goes to Brogdon. He works it to George Hill, who finds Giannis. A short alley-oop, but a beauty.
Good aggressive play, George Hill.
Giannis. Oh, my goodness. Chandler, I know you used to play here. You don't anymore.
Has no chance of winning it with his team struggling the way they have.
And one Giannis.
But when you're on the floor with the best player in the league right now, who's going to be at the Park Avenue Disco? Where does the smoke? Where does the smoke come from?
There's a name out of the past, a spot out of the past. Three-pointer, Malcolm Brogdon.
That three-point ball is not falling. Did a great job last game. 29 points. Take the ball to the basket. Game before that, 25 points.
Giannis with a block. Brook Lopez blocks Brown. Brogdon back to Giannis.
Giannis said he played with LeBron, so he knows how it should be done. Now he's here and he's helping me. It's the little things that can make the biggest difference, and Hill seems to understand that. Jim Marcus.
Taking but missing a 3. Giannis drive, kick. Lopez gets free, steps to his left, and hits his first. That's the 15th three-pointer made. 114-98.
Well, I did Dedmon's games at USC as a freshman, and for him to be shooting 36% in the NBA, the dream come true for him. Nice job.
Herter learned something right there. Giannis gave it up.
3 other brothers who are outstanding basketball players on different levels. 3 played in the NBA.
No.
Nice.
Restricted area defense by Atlanta that time. Brogdon has 4.
I always talk about the 3 levels of scoring.
Did you see how Giannis set that up working with Lopez?
Well, yeah, and kind of, that's what I love about Bledsoe, Jim. That ball screen, he never gives up. He's coming from the rear, and as a shooter, you are aware of that, and it really bothers you.
Giannis.
That trailer quadrant that they draw up in practice From the three-point line straight on.
He just sees a bigger quadrant. Flush, Giannis. Without a lot of effort, an easy flush. Giannis.
Love it.
Over John Collins.
There's that little Kobe hit. Get some help from your big guy in front and force him to a tough shot on the move.
4 Atlanta Hawks around the restricted area, and guess who got the rebound?
This Buck offense tonight.
Collins rebounds and missed by Dedmon. He is stuffed by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Stuffed to the point where he hit the deck. Atlanta has hit 10 three-pointers now. Giannis bounces off Carter to score.
My coach of the athleticism of Vince Carter.
Giannis drive kick, 3, Middleton, another one. Middleton is 3 for 3 on triples, 16 points. 65% of his shots are behind the arc. Bledsoe, yes. Less than 4.5 to play in the third quarter. Middleton, another one, and that barely touched anything at all for this 6-game homestand.
They absolutely have, and the Bucks have built incredible momentum coming into this one, scoring 144 last night.
And one duck under. He got by Siakam and Giannis.
These Raptors, they got some injuries, but they got plenty of players to step up.
Ibaka lost the handle ahead. Bledsoe, Giannis trailing flush, double-handed, and a hanger. Shot clock resets to 14 this season on offensive rebounds. Giannis, yes, and one. Antetokounmpo. Rather than putting length on him.
Absolutely, and now all you hear is, well, one guy can't do it.
Giannis, oh my. On a mission, he has 9 points. He finds the three-point shooter, Middleton. It's a good shot, and then there's all Giannis.
Man, oh man, Bledsoe with a great dive.
Danny Green able to get first touch on the ball, couldn't control the rebound. Here comes Milwaukee. Here comes Giannis. Antetokounmpo. 15 minutes, and he did not score in the first 5 of those minutes. Giannis, yes! Beautifully done, Middleton. He has 10 points. He started, as he has been, for Kyle Lowry tonight. Giannis, yes! Bledsoe out near midcourt. Giannis! Yes! A miss handle on the alley-oop. It goes anywhere. Swirling ground from Giannis for 3. In rhythm, beautifully done. Bledsoe powers in. Back for Giannis. Giannis sees a wall, and George Hill is open for 3. George Hill!
Yeah, and this Raptors team really for the last 10 games, they've not even shot the ball well from 3. The last in the there we go.
Giannis for 3.
That's the way you start the fourth quarter, though, because you said it, who blinks? Who brings it when it matters? Well, it matters right now. Turnover for Toronto.
Giannis fouled after the steal. Giannis. Yes. Three on the shot clock. 3 on the way. Giannis hits his second triple. 4:28. Middleton, Giannis flush. 35 for Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the dribble. Giannis, yes, and one. Siakam. Giannis sets the screen, picks off Van Vliet. 7 on the shot clock. Middleton for Giannis flush. Great execution in the paint and the restricted area. 28 for Siakam tonight. Essentially doubling his average. Giannis, 3 triple. Giannis. There's the first dunk of the night against Rudy Gobert.
And these are 2 of the dunk leaders in the NBA, and that was another unassisted dunk for Giannis.
Joe Ingles from Happy Valley, Australia, 2 meeting Gobert. They block him. Giannis has 2 dunks tonight. Lopez takes part in the block shot, gets a run-out dunk. Giannis got the better part of the ball. He finishes with a dunk and still gets a little talking to. Teaching never ends.
In the league since December 1st, around what, 5th or so now, in terms of defensive rating, but they want to force you to the shot.
Bledsoe. Maker. Giannis reverse hand one. They just moved the ball until they got something out of it.
And that's a great decision by Giannis. Instead of trying to go through Gobert, go around Gobert. Go around the Stifle Tower. Take the scenic route around the Stifle Tower. Nice pass down Maker. And here, Giannis initiate contact and then float to the other side. Pronunciation. I feel like Gomez and the old Adams family when Morticia used to speak French.
Back out, regroup. He bounces off Gobert. Spins on him to score. Beautifully done by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Siakam made a similar move the other night, but the Jazz have picked it up defensively. The Bucks having a hard time getting a quality look at the basket.
Giannis. Oh, yes.
And even that was like pulling teeth. I mean, great individual effort by Giannis, but if you're Utah, it's like foul. Give Favors credit. He just attacked the offensive glass. Nice jump hook. That's the move, Jim. Don't hesitate. Go right to it. Don't think.
Inside position for that particular rebound, and here he comes. Here he comes. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I thought he was just coming down the court, and then he does this. Ooh, dunk number 3 and 150. Yes, lays it in.
A couple of good things in that possession. Nice job, Sterling Brown in particular, but just kind of a gang effort.
Triples in this game, 6 for 9, 24 points.
He's making the Bucks pay for continuing to go underneath.
Giannis scores right through Rudy Gobert, 21 for Giannis.
That's how you nullify.
A Coors Light mini fridge out of the Kumbo, 21 points. 8 in the second quarter, 8 more in the third quarter. Giannis, yes, on the dunk. His 4th dunk, Joshua Lang of Milwaukee. You can stuff your mini fridge.
We have.
Wow, great defense.
Wow, 2 great defensive plays. First, Lopez. Reach of 9 feet 7 inches. There's Brook Lopez, great block. Now watch Giannis come from the dotted line, get up there, and man, what a recovery. What athleticism.
Up to 32% shooting in that period, and it continues into the 4th. Giannis, yes, and 1.
Giannis continues to pass up the open shots, just to take it right in the chest, through the mug, in the grill of Rudy Gobert inside.
For Antetokounmpo, the last time these teams met. It's their biggest lead. Lopez flush. Giannis. His 5th dunk. Gobert has 3 if you're keeping track. Middleton. Giannis. Yes. 30 points for Antetokounmpo. Rebound and tip. Budenholzer and Quinn Snyder meet at midcourt. They go back a long way, both having wonderful things to say about the other. The Bucks prevail 11-0 after losses. That was a heck of a game and an even better 4th quarter. 114-102.
Splits the double. Got into the paint. And Antetokounmpo in the office where he gets most of his points. Gets into the paint. And missing from point-blank range. Goes up with it and finishes on the 2nd attempt. Largest lead of the ball game for Houston. Antetokounmpo still looking to find his rhythm at the offensive end. Nice looking step back there.
You're closely guarded.
to promote more passing. Okay. Antetokounmpo took out his do-it-yourself kit and got the layup. He's got 14 in this period. Hill to the Greek Freak with a wonderful Euro step. And he covered some real estate on that. He kicks it out off the help. House missed the corner three. They got numbers coming back. And Brogdon with 12 points off the nice dime by Giannis. 14 overall. House guarding Antetokounmpo. Takes him right into the paint, and that's why he's the most proficient scorer in the paint in the league. Antetokounmpo over to Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon has it stuck on automatic right now. Passed up the jumper. Double team. Great find to Bledsoe. Wow. Rivers switched on to Lopez, but it's Middleton's game out top. Tipped in by Giannis with 38 seconds to go.
Brogdon. Chris doubled, kicks it to Giannis, top side two. A 10-9 Hawk lead as Trey moves into the paint. Tried to go to Collins and broke it up. Turnover gives the ball to the Bucks and Giannis.
I mean, needed to have kind of a breakout like this to get him more time on the floor.
Giannis. His second basket of the game for John on a tremendous tear, averaging 21 a game since the 1st of December. Giannis steps it through.
Once he gets you playing downhill.
19-17. Bledsoe coming right back. Giannis left alone, and that's not a good idea.
Well, he can make the threes, even though that's not a part of his game.
Well, they put the ball in Giannis's hands to close out the quarter. Brogdon. And a three. Malcolm Brogdon. Rhythm from the outside. He's 1 of 3 in his long shots. Middleton. Giannis. And he'll put it in. Spellman couldn't stop him.
And he said, look, you want to be somewhere you can play. That's what's most important when you're young. Giannis, top of the free throw circle, hits the jump shot after Spellman's foul.
Omari Spellman back to JC. Takes it home, and Giannis blocks it. Rebound Bledsoe. Bucks running. Brogdon. You expect to see John Collins return. Wilson, another three. Yes, sir.
Man.
DJ Wilson. Look at him in the open floor, those long strides. Hill from the corner, hits a three.
He wasn't going to miss that open.
Hawks with their 19th turnover. How about that pass?
Man, what a
and
pass
Bledsoe lays it in. Bledsoe plays it back, and Giannis going up and putting it in.
He lost the ball, and it went in anyway.
Lopez still letting Derek Richardson, the referee, have it in the baseline right there by the Milwaukee bench. Antetokounmpo with a beautiful turnaround. Hawks trying to make a late run at it here. Giannis has none of it.
Yeah, you can't trade baskets with him.
Middleton. Ball knocked away. It goes to Giannis, and he lays it in. Miami wanted to travel.
Now, like a good college coach, Eric Spoelstra changes his defense, goes to that 2-3 zone out of the timeout. Bucks prepared, make them pay. Score. You got an 8-point lead. You haven't had a great impact on the game in terms of scoring buckets, but you're attracting that crowd.
Well, he's trusting him. He has more assists than points.
Positive of having him on your team.
Good shot challenge by Brook Lopez. Forcing the miss by Tyler Johnson. Giannis hands it off close quarters. Brogdon so far tonight.
Well, second quarter, the Bucks shoot 65%.
Giannis, his second basket tonight, 7 points.
Defense is contesting a little bit more aggressively, that there's a little bit more open lanes to drive the basketball, especially in transition. That first early three so much. Nice job, Sterling Brown, defensively.
Well, the Bucks are a great drive
Beautiful.
team. There you go. Pass ahead, easy basket, relatively speaking, for Bledsoe.
Basketball by Brook Lopez. But Coach Budenholzer got his point across. You see the renewed focus of this team right now.
Giannis powers for an and one.
Had a huge game.
Giannis, deep position, kicks it out. Ilyasova hits Milwaukee's 11th three-pointer. Giannis, contact, count it. Adebayo with the bump. Giannis gets to 11 points. Brogdon for three. The 13th triple tonight.
Long gun, bordered by Giannis.
This is where he hurts you.
Yep, Antetokounmpo is going right to the front of the rim. Wondering is third among NBA centers in three-pointers made. But Gasol went 0 from deep against Houston. And Antetokounmpo with the throwdown. Snell. Bledsoe with an amazing save. Antetokounmpo with the amazing dunk.
In the game defending Chris Middleton.
Brown dishes.
We talk about in our pinnacle effective advice, Lopez in screen and roll situations.
Brogdon. Antetokounmpo with the finish and the foul.
On the offensive end, at some point, see if that works into the Grizzlies' hands.
Yeah, the score is where the Grizzlies would like it to be. Antetokounmpo, yes, and a foul. Jermichael Green was backpedaling.
6-minute span.
Antetokounmpo with the steal, Hill with the slam.
Let's see how rejuvenated this team. The bigs will have whatever they want on the pop.
Antetokounmpo up, under, and powers it down. Screen by Gasol. Conley thought about the three. Mark on the deck, blows by Lopez. Oh, and met at the summit by Antetokounmpo.
Holiday and Garrett Temple was blocked there by Jaren Jackson to be able to knock down some shots. They were able to travel there.
Antetokounmpo follows his own off the heel. Antetokounmpo. That's just amazing.
The speed at which they play.
Ilyasova step back triple.
Willingness to be a passer is there.
Averaging 6 assists a game. That's 19th in the NBA. And then a finish.
And done out of Florida State, and he's got some tremendous skills. Jonathan Isaac, talk about tremendous skills. Splash Mountain for you. Get out in transition. Vucevic, the lone defender back there, make him have to contest.
On Wednesday in Memphis, game 1 against Orlando and Milwaukee, 21 points.
For the layup.
Giannis, beautiful feed from Eric Bledsoe.
That was I mean, that's where it kind of starts for this team defensively. His ability to fight through screens. There's the pupil learning from the master. Get up there and challenge everything. So just give him a little bit of an eyebrow fake. There's a block shot by Brook.
And a backhanded behind-the-back pass to Antetokounmpo. He feeds Bledsoe. Katie talked about Bledsoe attacking the basket.
But he fights through screens. He does this rear view contest beautifully, but he also cuts off guys so they can't snake coming off that ball screen. Giannis starting to perk up a bit. Buck's doing a great job, Jim, of forcing his team off the three-point line. That was one of the issues we've been talking about on the three-pointers giving up.
No problem with three-pointers made. The 5th, Tony Snell hits this one, 38-26. Came in 4 for 22 on threes. 3 for 4 in this game.
That's great. And Steve Clifford, you can understand he's upset because that's bad transition defense. But even rain, like he had on 2 or 3 of those looks that he knocked down.
Giannis bounces off Jarrell Martin and hits the fadeaway.
Beautifully executed left baseline by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Quick feet. One thing you notice about this young man at 6'10", his upper body has been improved in terms of its strength since last year, but the feet have always
doing back then. Same thing, right?
Yeah, no, that's what they were doing. Just the emphasis wasn't there for the shot. Nice job, Giannis. Nice, beautiful job again, continuing to. Simmons too long to try and pass and lob over. Nice.
Giannis flush.
but not wide enough. Not wide enough to stay on that ride. Giannis just right through him.
Floor not too quickly. Throws it off the glass. Lopez with an alter that time. He went up to contest. Giannis right back the other way. Gives it up. Lay in. Malcolm Brogdon.
Transition basketball. You saw.
Double teamed. He goes to Tony Snell. One on the shot clock. And Giannis rebound and put back.
Yeah, great defense by the Magic. Wouldn't allow Giannis to penetrate.
Kevin Ollie, Larry Sanders, and Joe Smith.
Yeah, Larry Sanders. I do remember that. Kevin Ollie. Nice job on the fade. I love it. I mean, again, he's going to have to.
8 in Milwaukee. Takeaway. Terrence Ross from behind. Giannis cleanly. Great job defensively, and now Ross fouls George Hill.
And stop a sure 2 points. Ross knows he's coming and just tries to go into his bag of tricks and has absolutely no shot at getting that ball to fall. Did Giannis get a piece of that? Looks like he might have even got a piece of it for a block. Nervous here.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a little too close for comfort.
Briscoe has 7 points. Giannis gets the bounce on a three-pointer.
That's what happens when when you let it fly, when you keep shooting it. He's been close on several jumpers.
And I loved it, and I'm glad you said it.
You got up before I did.
I have to admit, last Sunday when they blew up the roof and I saw that smoke, I'm thinking, last night, representatives from BMO Harris Bank, Miller Brewing Company, Fox Sports, Johnson Control.
Not going to allow you to sit down and not give an all-out honest effort. So this is a good, solid win by the Bucks. 2 days off, come down here, get a 10-point win against the Magic. This is a good win to keep this momentum building.
Well, they beat teams by an average of 10 points a game. 10 points it is, 118 to 108. The Bucks are 21 games over 500. Restricted area defense. We talk about his threes, but he can do that. We talk about Giannis finger rolls in the restricted area on the other end.
And that's just what you saw on the last road trip to that.
Denied at the basket. Matthews wearing a makeshift headband. Giannis on the flush. Hits the seat of his pants. Timeout, a quick timeout taken by Dallas. Brogdon gets the bounce. Lopez hit 2 block shots in the first 1 minute and 1 second of this game. Yeah. Brown rounding it out for Milwaukee. Less than 3 minutes to play in the first. Giannis, flush. Evan Harris went down.
Look, he knew I better take this charge because I don't have much else of a chance. And
can't defend him. Giannis, head down, blows by Dwight Powell.
He's making it look easy. I mean, I think
across the league, not just by conference. Giannis backing in. Dorian Finney-Smith off the glass. Giannis the first to double figures today, 10 points.
Shooting. Just expect that court to be open and for Giannis and Chris to get their way.
Great job by Middleton to get free of Wesley Matthews. Lopez, it bounces off the heel of the rim. The Bucks able to run. Boy, did they run in Orlando. Fast break points, 31-2 on Saturday night. They're an excellent fast break team, and Giannis recalls seeing the mean mug quite the way we have in the past.
He might be waiting. He's waiting for his brother to come in so he can dunk on Mostas. And
second quarter. Brunson shows on Giannis. Scoop. Yes, he got around DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, somehow got that to go. DeAndre, I mean, he does a great job down there trying to disrupt. And these guys, some of the Wisconsin guys come home, though, when they're around the league. You know, Dallas with Wes and Devin Harris. Like Marquette Day, D-Wade Day yesterday, honoring his amazing 16-year career. And, you know, Wes rim to make it hard on guys.
Well, it should be noted that DeAndre Jordan has been All-NBA, #1 defensive rebounder 4 times, overall rebounds.
They've just valued every individual game, no matter where it is.
Bledsoe stepping in front of Doncic. It results in a fast break basket. Middleton, he assists Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris has 8 points in the game today. The glass. He wanted the whistle. Giannis kicking to the corners. Bledsoe for 3.
Yeah, no, I
like that because it was.
That was barely off the rim. If it was off the rim when Jordan touched it, the Bucks complaining about that. But Giannis
Didn't become what it is has a lot to do with the business side, along with the evolution of the game, the players evolving.
Back-to-back games, they've cut those way down. The Bucks used to play 21, 22 sets of back-to-backs. They're down to 13, I believe, this year. Flips the ball back into play quickly to Giannis. Giannis for three. Antetokounmpo has 27. He's developed some very solid mental Teflon, if you will. On January 26th, undefeated. 9:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. He threes by a 50, 40, 90 player in history. Malcolm Brogdon has made 65. Brought Costas along to Milwaukee. We'll see what happens in the closing seconds and minutes of this game. We're down to the closing minutes, and oh my goodness, he caught me again. 31 for Antetokounmpo. 116, 106, the best scoring differential in the NBA. Giannis working with Lopez. This time Lopez rolls, it clears for Giannis in the flush.
What do they shoot? They're up to, what, 60% so far, 6 for 10.
Giannis inside, contact, and one.
There's that Euro step by Giannis. Memphis in Memphis. We just left there. And you know how tough that team can be when they're playing well. Nice.
Giannis lays it in. Billy Hernangomez throws it at the rim. It comes away for Giannis. Middleton very smoothly operating the first quarter. Tony Snell for three. Yeah.
Then that's when he maybe tries
gravity.
Well, yeah, that's when he maybe tries to take matters into his own hands. And that's a, oh my goodness.
How about that? He got away from Miles Bridges.
And 26th in half-court defense according to Synergy. So there are ways to beat him in the half-court. And that's one of them.
Just find him.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Find him.
Either named or will be named as one of the dunkers down in Charlotte.
Flush, Antetokounmpo, 13 points.
You don't want that happening here in the third quarter.
Lopez for Giannis. Right-handed flying flush. Lopez was open. You saw it, I saw it. Giannis keeps it and gets to it. Bledsoe reverse good.
There you go. Play to your strengths.
89-78. Giannis takes it away from Hernangomez. Crazy play. The Greek Freak hammers it. The Bucks, of course, last played on Monday, beating Dallas here. Giannis from Middleton on the flush.
Help execute that, Chris Middleton. Beautiful pass to Giannis.
Devontae Graham blocked. Giannis. They're buying this.
Fans are into it. Feed off of this. Feed off of this.
Giannis.
Let him eat. Let him eat.
Giannis.
He wants it.
Runs into two, powers through for a deuce.
Great desperation. Tap in try. Oh! See, right in the middle of the sentence. He does that to me every time.
32.
I need to talk the whole game then.
Giannis blocks Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Giannis.
Look at the count. It's a nice job. Nice try.
Up 6. Up 8 with 33.3 remaining.
Great two-man basketball.
It is the right call.
They shoot 70% at the free throw line. Great start for the Bucks, up 8-0 here. And is he playing at a high level in 2018-19? Brogdon comes back and drains a triple from the corner.
Yeah, see, and Paul George.
So 2 consecutive 30-point games, 20 this season, 2 40-point games. Got good defense by the Bucks that time against Grant. And Middleton gets it to roll in.
That's where Giannis is a problem. Just rake the tape, easy up.
Because kind of an awkward-looking shot, but it works. Grant's been a nice pickup in his third year now with the Thunder. Middleton finishes on the other end.
I'll tell you, Grant has figured out how to fit in with this group in movement, which meant the defenders have to react to him while scrambling, and it gets him a couple of passes. I will never forget that play we saw where his right foot was on the half-court line. Oklahoma City.
And a 16-point lead for the Thunder, who have the third-best record in the West. Antetokounmpo, finally, his first field goal. It comes at the 10:38 mark, and it's a three-pointer. Here comes Westbrook with the double, and Antetokounmpo makes the play, finding Brogdon.
And Brogdon twice has done that. Once in the first one.
Antetokounmpo for three, on the money, splashes it down his second three.
Now, Jeremy Grant, you might have to adjust your strategy. You're just playing. You're giving him such a cushion. He's underneath you. Get to understand the system.
Inside a minute to go, Giannis on the cut and the finish. Get out of the way. When he catches it that deep in the paint, it's a 6-point game. Patterson and Noel, so Westbrook starting fourth on the bench. Middleton penetrates, leaves it for Giannis, and he puts it in plus a foul. He's got such a wide catch radius. I mean, you hear that in football a lot, but I mean, that pass was like nowhere near it.
The strength to hold off. See, he's using his right arm. That's Patrick Patterson, who's pretty strong. He's got a big upper body. This is the physical strength I'm talking about to overwhelm you, too. So you're right, the wingspan, the hands to catch, and the strength. The physical transformation of Giannis from an 18-year-old kid to now 24 years of age.
And they make a late run here in OKC as Giannis gets the tip in. January shooting close to 50% from three. Middleton in and out. There's the Greek Freak with the throwdown follow plus a foul on Grant.
Multiple shots blocked, but you've got hand-to-hand combat. He wins that argument in the end one.
For the most in his career. Yet he's got 21 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists.
And they're attached. So he hasn't had his...
And the Thunder now 9 of 19 as a team at the free throw line. Here's Giannis. He'll take the three and make the three. It's a 4-point game at the 2-minute mark.
Wow, Giannis Antetokounmpo now 3 of 5 from beyond the arc.
Gets the second one, so it's a 3-possession game. And he threes. Giannis drives and stuffs. Out here wanted an offensive foul, but I'm going to get that call. And the Bucks suffer their 13th loss of the year. Their 6-game win streak comes to an end. Paul George, phenomenal. 36 points and 13 rebounds, 8 made threes for PG-13.
Lopez, long gunning. It goes.
Not a
this
good sign.
big man with great range.
Not a good sign. This is the attack early because you did have that man advantage and an opportunity for a second chance.
From the corner. Position rebound for Lopez. Not known for his rebounding. Catches on the perimeter, fires for three, and it's through.
What's he known for?
Neither shot hit the iron.
No.
The lead to 2.
This might be Stanley's night. He's got a three-pointer to go and a very tough runner there.
Meantime, Snell. Stanley against Giannis. Stanley has it swatted by Giannis to Middleton. Chris Middleton to forecourt. Bledsoe turns that corner. A no-looker to Antetokounmpo for a dunk.
Has to be a scoring threat. Good to see Bruce Brown put it on the floor and get to the basket.
Lob inside. Antetokounmpo lays it over the iron. Blake tried to hold his position. 7 backs in. Finds Reggie Jackson on the wing. Glenn Robinson dishes deep to Andre. Blocked by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo spins on Andre.
Hooked it on the way down and hit it. 72-61, he has a dozen.
Good heads-up catch that time by Andre, but Luke broke the defense down to help set it up. 4-point game here.
Antetokounmpo to the basket. How did he do that? Andre to the basket. That one won't drop. Antetokounmpo to forecourt, shovels to Middleton. Long gun goes for Chris Middleton. 10, top side of the Greek Freak, chased it down at the timeline. Clock at 5, spins to the paint, hangs and guns and it goes!
Well, George,
what do you do about that? George Hill, Antetokounmpo, Connaughton in the corner, and he knocks it down. What a game he's had.
Kyrie Thomas on the floor, and Reggie Jackson, who's been hot in this game, all in an effort to try and get some points for the Pistons, but got to get some defensive stops first.
The Greek Freak backs and bumps on Blake Griffin. Bledsoe from the perimeter. Feet together, drains it. 98. Still life for the Pistons, just over 4 to play. Giannis Antetokounmpo fires, fills it.
Toronto has lost 2 of 3 coming in. Just came off a 3-game road trip and lost the 2 of the 3. Winning eventually in Dallas on Sunday. Antetokounmpo there with a nice feed from Chris Middleton. One all-star to another. And Toronto has a foul to give. Antetokounmpo! And they leave the lane wide open. Yeah. No one is going to get in his way.
DeLon now drives, hangs in the air. Shot doesn't go. Bucks bench making an impact. Plus 10, 14-4. Giannis to the rim. In the foul.
Number 2 in scoring, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo, Brogdon, ready to fire and puts down a triple.
Number 2 in scoring, seeing the cutting shot.
Other way, Antetokounmpo, sidestepping, driving, Euro-stepping, and putting it in with the glide. Here come the Bucks. Toronto is only 1 of 10 on threes. Look away, Antetokounmpo. DJ Wilson puts in his second 3 tonight. A lot of traffic around Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 7. He'll put up a 3 and get it. Giannis from outside puts it up and through.
And that's great for his body, but I think that's also why he can't really be in that MVP conversation.
Wow.
Like this guy is in the MVP conversation.
Antetokounmpo collects his 7th, and he comes the other way. So he's gliding on air. Here comes Leonard, and right around the former Defensive Player of the Year with ease and a dunk. That ends a 13-man run, a turnover by the Raptors.
Oh, Giannis with his hand in the passing lane, making sure, getting a nice steal.
Triple team Antetokounmpo into the cutting Wilson.
I like Wilson's game.
Wow, what a pretty play. Van Vliet watches Brogdon, pickpocketed by Leonard, 2-on-1. Kawhi into Lopez. Knocked away by Antetokounmpo and clutched on 2 by Lopez.
Antetokounmpo just grabbed that pumpkin and took it down like it was nothing.
Brogdon with a 3. Oh, that may seal it right there. A big-time Brogdon triple.
But first, Wes.
The answer is an emphatic yes.
I'll give you a yes, too. Let's go with it.
Let's do it.
Kara and Buck, your thoughts? Thomas Bryant leading the rebounds in the first quarter.
A forceful start for the Wizards. A couple dunks.
Up 7-2. Giannis gets inside for another 2. Without Eric Bledsoe tonight, who's got an Achilles issue. It's a little sore. Giannis drives, lays it up, score the field goal, and he'll go to the line.
Milwaukee with 34 points already. Defensively, they need to make a couple stands here.
They go to Giannis, flips one back. Beautiful pass, nicely done. Decker fronting Giannis. They still get it to him, and he scores. He certainly has been productive, and the Wizards are going to need to count on him if they hope to get into this playoff run. Antetokounmpo fouled on the play, will go to the line.
You close a half where you're down almost 20.
And give it back to Milwaukee, and they score again. In the second meeting, the Wizards, with a victory, would take the season series because they only play 3 times. Antetokounmpo, nice move. Nice pass for Decker. Giannis reached in. Sam thought he was fouled. Giannis goes all the way, lays it in, and he's fouled on the play. taking it upon himself now to stretch this lead back up. Pretty good D by Connaughton. Here comes Antetokounmpo. Lays it in. Very smooth, silky player.
Lopez, mismatch with Graham. Allen right now, guarding the middle. Give it up. Antetokounmpo, the jam. Sarah, the one part of his game that has not developed, the three-point shot. He is under 20% on the season. Nets turn it over. Antetokounmpo, down the middle. Lays it in and one. Got a bump from Allen. Napier the bounce. Nice find. Kurucs lost the ball. Middleton gets it ahead for Antetokounmpo. Swings it inside. Angling in is Bledsoe.
Important piece to this team. He's shooting 42% from deep.
Steal. Antetokounmpo. 2-on-1. Bledsoe. Oh! Greek freak flush. The Nets trail by 3. A minute and a half gone by. Second quarter. Brogdon catch and fire. It's a 3. Not just scoring numbers, he's averaging 12.5 rebounds per game. Antetokounmpo leans in for 2. 12 points for the 24-year-old. Carroll whips it. Davis rejected. Antetokounmpo the block. Kurucs. And it's controlled by Brogdon. Good defense by Ilyasova. Bledsoe leaves it for Antetokounmpo for the stuff.
Cut into this, make a potentially single-digit deficit as you head into halftime.
Antetokounmpo over Allen. Bottom. Nets are 1 of 17 from downtown. Antetokounmpo getting deep position for the turnaround. Nearly unstoppable. Misses on that three-pointer. Bucks can bring this lead to double digits again. Antetokounmpo off the double. Lopez a 3. Bottom. Napier misses from long range. The Nets 1 of 20 from three-point territory. Antetokounmpo makes his move to the rack.
Kumpo on that roll, and Jared Allen's got some long arms to stop it.
Antetokounmpo, beautiful offering from the outside. Control of it for a moment. Picked up by Russell. The duck down, and too easy for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now the Bucks can take their largest lead. Squeezing through 2 defenders. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He does it in a way because he's been there before. He's been in those shoes.
Bledsoe. Back and forth between Antetokounmpo and Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo with Creek. Bledsoe, high archer. One-on-one with Carroll. Antetokounmpo blocked by Carroll. Antetokounmpo gets the roll and the foul on the follow. Creek, Kurucs, and Hollis Jefferson. Jumper off the mark. Good effort. Creek, no. 3 of their starters currently in the lineup. Kurucs, get it out.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the leading candidates for MVP, getting ready to go.
And they're going to attack as Bledsoe gets off the drive, and Giannis, as usual, right there. You know they're going to attack Brooks, so you're right.
As Antetokounmpo shows off his length.
There's a couple of things that Thomas Satoransky is going to struggle with tonight.
Dishes ahead. One-on-one. Giannis Euros his way in for 2. What do you do? Brogdon blows the bunny. Giannis cleans it up.
And this is where your offense has to help you when you're playing Milwaukee, because you see how quickly they change ends.
A great scorer and the best shooter it's ever had.
Another good reason, Jay
not to bring crazy logic into it.
Definitely going to pick teammate Chris Middleton because, quote, I cannot afford to have LeBron take him first and try to play mind games with me. So I got to take Chris first as Giannis knocks down the shot. He said then, after that, I just got to go with the guys that are going to play hard, saying he's going to target, quote, the new guys.
And I'm going to have more opportunity.
For now, we can do that.
And Jason Randall switching off on has no chance. And that's not a knock on Jason Randall, but he has no chance. Washington hasn't even gone near the offensive glass.
Giannis soars in for 2 more. And another timeout taken by Washington. Antetokounmpo leaves and Wilson rocks the rim.
Well, that's a huge emergence.
Giannis. No look to Brogdon. He got it. What a dime from Antetokounmpo. Highest scoring first half in franchise history for the Milwaukee Bucks. Antetokounmpo oops the alley on the delivery from Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo reaches out, the ranginess to throw it down. Antetokounmpo has his second 3 of the night. Look out!
I'm telling you, it's coming, and he's practically unguardable now. Imagine as a defender if you have to close to Giannis as a 3-point shooter.
In 8 years in the league, shooting 3 threes and then doing what he does now. It's a total. It's like a total transformation of a player.
Incredible. Meanwhile, Giannis has the threes popping tonight. He's 3 of 3 from deep. And he has his 23rd 30-point game of the year. Oh, when it comes to this, and now Bledsoe rocks the rim.
I love the NBA's rules. Like, that's not allowed in college, and it should be.
Bledsoe on the attack, leaves it. Antetokounmpo finishes. Bledsoe's feeling it tonight. Eric Bledsoe taking over.
Better and better. Young core.
Giannis on the break to the rim. Push the foul. He's unstoppable. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 43 points on 17 of 21 shooting. And he leads Milwaukee to yet another victory.
And Mirotic to that, another great outside shooter.
Who is not with the team that available for tonight's game. Bledsoe throwing it to Giannis. And it's Giannis scoring against Luka to open the scoring for the Bucks tonight.
There's no doubt about it. And they put a lot of pressure on you like this in the open court. Wow.
What?
There's no answer for stuff like that.
Goes out to Antetokounmpo.
Milwaukee too good to give second shots to.
Giannis inside.
Wow.
3-pointers up, 2 3-pointers in tonight for Dodo. And another 3-point try, and Giannis makes that one.
That takes a lot of confidence.
Finney Smith, and it wouldn't go. Oh, it almost got stuck. Giannis bumped by Brokaw, and they will give him, it appears, the continuation. And it's up at the top of the list again this year, too.
They don't shy away from going to this guy either.
Giannis worked his way around Finney Smith and dunked it. Great games off the bench against Detroit and Cleveland on the last road trip.
Yeah.
That is Euro stepping. And Giannis with the rebound, his 9th to go with 16 points. And a long pass and a paint catch, Brook Lopez.
He's so wide.
On the bounce, it's Bledsoe. Giannis rolling, scoring.
Just too easy.
His career hart where he averaged at least 17 points per game.
He's good. Very talented, just like this guy here.
Man.
Antetokounmpo. Having his way tonight inside.
After 9 shot attempts in the third quarter, has finally missed one. Oh, Giannis comes down and swats it against Trey Burke. Out of bounds, 17 to shoot. Giannis going to drive it and spin and score.
Ridiculous.
With a foul as well.
I think everybody was expecting him to shoot that particular possession.
Giannis inside. He split the defense, rebounds his own miss, and up for the dunk. It's the bullseye.
And he was really ready to shoot the basketball.
And so is Giannis, ready to drive it right into the teeth of the defense.
There's not a lot you can do about that. Better fourth quarter players than Luka in this league.
Trail 3, Lopez. having rebuilt the lead to 14 points and in possession of the ball as we head towards 5 minutes left in the game. And it is Antetokounmpo overpowering Finney Smith on a post up and dunking.
This is where you got to pick Giannis up early right now.
Outside Lopez. That's good. That's a three, and he has reinvented his game. Markkanen wheels in, threw it up short. Antetokounmpo the rebound. He's on the run. Antetokounmpo flashes in, layup good in the foul.
And Robin that time was backpedaling.
Antetokounmpo back out. Ilyasova, and he's down the well with that.
You cannot have everyone collapse on Giannis like that.
Flipped into Giannis at the top against Wayne Selden Jr. Giannis spinning, twisting, dunking, and a foul.
Can't flop. Cannot flop.
Yeah,
no flopping against this kid.
Giannis back out. Brogdon, and he's good.
Now they're starting to heat up a little bit from the three-point line.
So far in the game, he's wide open. A rhythm dribble, and then pours it in.
You can live with that. You can live with that shot. He was hesitant to take that shot on the initial catch and shoot. He looks just like Lionel Richie.
Giannis with a left hand.
See, his mom even says that, so I don't feel bad. Those are 6 turnovers this quarter. Oh, no.
Giannis, and he double clutched.
5 or 6 rebounds and being one of the biggest guys on the floor. That's always been the knock of his.
Levine blocked from behind by Antetokounmpo. Spectacular percentage because of that. Lowry double teamed, and that's stolen by Middleton.
Giannis
lead pass. Giannis buggy whips one down.
And you got to get back defensively.
On the steal, Otto Porter ahead to Markkanen.
Good
Lopez
defense.
rejected that. Levine to Markkanen. Again.
It's a block party.
The drive right on in. That was partially blocked. Here comes Antetokounmpo, who's back in there. Driving finish. Hill and Antetokounmpo. Oh, he's right by everybody.
You've seen that all year long.
Lowry was like, he didn't have time to blink.
Oh, wow.
Here's Giannis against Lowry. Baseline and scores again.
Right now,
that's just almost unfair. Once again to Antetokounmpo. He threads the layup. Good by Brogdon. What a pass.
I'll tell you, he's an all-star.
Brogdon and Antetokounmpo. He will fire a three. And I was about to say that's not a good shot.
Confidence, though. Confidence. He got himself going a little bit.
Antetokounmpo on the post against Otto Porter. Takes him to the baseline, then bounces one for a layup.
Somebody just got back cut.
Giannis back to Bledsoe. He fires a three, and that's good. That's a cold-blooded shot there.
I tell you, I mean,
that is cold-blooded.
40% from three, and 90% at the free throw line, and Giannis missed it, and then it's put in by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, when the first stop was there. Got to get back and watch when Antetokounmpo gets it, because he'll also be a guy that spins. As you can see, Lopez able to knock down that three, Chris.
Wesley Matthews was 2 of 7 behind the arc on Monday, and that was snagged right out of the air, vacuumed up by Antetokounmpo, and he goes right to the rim.
But what's different about him now is Thad got in front of him and tried to have position.
And he throws it away. It was intended for Turner. And that's
got to stop him. Yeah, got to stop him. That's the pressure Antetokounmpo puts on you. He brings size at that 2-guard position.
That's inside, and Giannis pounds it home. He already has 6 first quarter points. He was challenged in there at the last second by Antetokounmpo. Giannis right there. You cannot stop that. I mean, what do you do? And the Bucks have the ball out of the timeout. Pacers have already turned it over 3 times, and there's Giannis.
I'm telling you, they threw that ball inside, and the Pacers didn't cover that very well at all. Nice job loading up. Now, got to close that up in the middle.
And now Brogdon is back in for 3, and that's what Giannis does. To how you had it when Victor Oladipo was available to play. Antetokounmpo was back in, guarded by Thad Young.
Yeah, but he gets in the lane. That's hard. I mean, that just shows you his skill. Everybody just stayed there. Good call. Nate McMillan was trying to say 3.
Oh, you got to get that rebound.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo got that rebound.
Thad spins into a double team, and the ball squirts away to Middleton. And Young, the foul on the alley-oop to Antetokounmpo. Pacers have hit 7 of 17 tonight from three-point range. Collison's 2 of 4. And now Ilyasova. 71-67. Domas has 6 off the Indiana bench.
Spinning the other way. You haven't seen him spin much, but I knew that one was coming on that play.
JJ and Eddie, the Pacers scored the first 7 of the third quarter. They've scored the first 7 of the fourth quarter.
You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. If he gets the ball out there with somebody that's bigger than him, I thought Sabonis found his balance. Around there, he's dunking now. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't. They spread the floor and let him go.
Giannis got it back.
Well, he's capable of doing that. He's so long. He's around the rim. He'll dunk it. Yeah, that's what he'll do. He's so long and gets it. He puts a lot of pressure. They take a 1-point lead, Chris.
Remember, Milwaukee's in the penalty. Antetokounmpo ties it. So many good things as Brogdon gets inside. Giannis thought about it. Wide open is Ilyasova.
Poor communication. We got on the floor.
And now Giannis finds Middleton in the corner for 3, and it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, that's a big one there.
Swallowed up by all those green jerseys as soon as he gets the ball in that paint area.
Sterling Brown is the only sub. Antetokounmpo got the good scoop feed that time from the Middleton drive. Playoffs a year ago, there's another steal, a turnover. Rozier will drive into Hill. Antetokounmpo trying to come from behind and did. Hill, breakaway, Ilyas.
When they're locked in defensively, especially at the tip of the ball, they're at their best.
Surrounded by 3 defending Celtics. Horford's on Brogdon.
There we go. Now watch how they collapse the defense around Giannis.
Nice 3 put up and in. Only player in the NBA is Malcolm Brogdon. With a young player averaging 13 points a game. Here comes Giannis crashing into the defense. Brown gets it to go, and Brown is holding on to that right leg. Antetokounmpo back out to Brogdon. His 3 is good.
And to play with a player like Giannis.
Rebounding team in the NBA to #1 in 1 year's time. Less than a year. Antetokounmpo held by Horford. Goes around Smart and perseveres to put it through. Celtics have led by 11 Bucks. There's a long pass. Doubled underneath. Good catch. Antetokounmpo and hammers it home. Hill, Antetokounmpo, Mirotic, Ilyasova, and a pass outside. Mirotic with his first Milwaukee 3. Celtics are shooting 35%. Bucks are shooting 41%. Giannis the push and the jam with those long strides taking them. First round in the playoff series.
Nice double-double for Horford, 16 and 15.
3 by Antetokounmpo.
They're begging him.
On the road, Middleton with a Tatum defense. Lead pass Rozier to Tatum and from behind. What a rejection by Giannis. And Middleton, the 5 on the floor for Milwaukee, under 5 to go. A lot of traffic around Giannis. He still gets it to go. Antetokounmpo with 26 and 13 rebounds.
Points or less only 5 times this year, and they've lost all 5.
Nice spin move by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They're currently up 4 points here.
Welcome to NBA basketball Saturday night in Milwaukee. Game 2, Bucks, Timberwolves, Giannis with a flush. We're going to talk about that tonight too, because the Bucks allow opponents to take threes, and we'll get into that a bit later on. As Giannis hits a 3, it's coming. And it can't come at a better time. The stretch drive of the playoffs. If he can pop a 3 every once in a while, it gets much easier to do that.
Former Duke standout Tyus Jones leads the league in assist-to-turnover ratio.
Great cut, great pass. George Hill finds Giannis.
He will not return to today's game. Left adductor strain.
All right, thank you for that, Katie. Giannis rumbling through the paint. The Bucks get a 3 out of it.
Slightly backwards, which could have been called a travel. There's the cut off the ball. Which
block shot, Giannis. He gets Tyus Gibson.
Wow, he really bailed out the defense on that possession. Let's see if the Bucks can feed off of that.
Brook Lopez.
Well, that's another shot you'll live with. That mid-range jump shot.
Giannis finds a three-point shooter. A good one. Three pull-up. A little bit low for Lopez, so he gives it up. One more pass. Bledsoe drives. Giannis is there. Beautifully done. Teague with aggressive play. A near steal. The Bucks control. 2 on the shot clock. Giannis has to take the three. Why not? His second make tonight. He has 18 points.
Low 40s. At 47% last year, career high.
Chris Middleton hits the three. Giannis height advantage on Tyus Jones. He sees everybody, gets it back, and flushes late on the timer, right at the 24-second buzzer. He has 24 points. All-star performance, each with 24 in this game. Saric rumbles. Giannis got a piece of it out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock.
That's not all there is to playing great defense. Like that. That was Mirotic. He broke that play up. Read the play, got there on the floated pass.
Then runs and then scores from Giannis.
That's high IQ. It's not only perfect.
6 on the shot clock.
Got another 3 in you?
Got
another 3 in you? Huh?
Yes. On it. They've approved it. They just have to get the whole thing working for everybody in the league. It's new.
Yeah.
And they like it.
It's kind of a Jimi Hendrix Band of the Gypsies
yeah, there
thing
you go.
going on.
I kind of like the look myself.
Yeah, I love it.
Looped up for Giannis.
I like that look even better.
Me too.
I like that rim run by Giannis, and look, he's overmatched in the defense inside of
44% shooting in the first quarter. Well done inside Giannis. So easy for him.
Well, I mean, that's just a total breakdown defensively. Are you going to let the league's leading point line with all that contact inside?
First foul on Bogdanovich. From behind, block shot. Giannis, he got Willie Cauley-Stein.
Mark Spears was here. He was involved in that also.
Amy Brooks representing the NBA. Amy Brooks is in charge of innovation for the league, and there's different types of innovation.
Not so much learn. He knows.
I mean, he's pretty good at it.
I think it's just a pick your poison. You know, he's going left now. That's left.
And then back to the right.
He's going left and finishing over the top of Harrison Barnes. I like the Bucks' philosophy. No, we're not fourth
the glass.
Good hard take going to his right, left-handed player.
Look at that. Bledsoe cutting the cross. Giannis behind him. A little handoff. Giannis, possible three-point play.
Execution. The open floor between the two of them. There's that alley-oop. Watch Brook. He's up there near the top of the square. And then just a little drop pass. Bledsoe. Giannis moving without the basketball. Powers through the contact. But
for him, I would say
9
so.
rebounds. There's that 9th rebound.
I say so. Giannis. Timeout, Sacramento. Giannis Antetokounmpo has 11 points. Nothing needs to be said.
He is, just blew it up.
Rear contest, Pat Connaughton, he knocks it away. Brogdon, beautiful pass. He wrapped it around in front of Buddy Hield for Giannis.
Get Giannis involved. Giannis, nice job.
Brogdon tries to stay with Buddy Hield. Cauley-Stein said a pretty nice screen. Brogdon gets the rebound off the miss.
Well, that's a block by Giannis. Can't let this young Kings team come up with the victory. They steal.
Now the Bucks are fighting a loud crowd at Golden One Center. Under 2 minutes. Inside Giannis, beautifully done. Bledsoe the assist.
Yeah, nice bailout. Post up against a smaller defender situation.
Let him take it. Malcolm Brogdon, the president peels away. There's the three. It's a 1-point game. 141 to 140.
Bucks have won 6 straight games as Lopez finishes in close on the dish from Antetokounmpo.
Well, here's what's interesting. Before the game, I had said
both of these teams get out and run. They play with great pace. Lakers 4th in pace. Milwaukee is 6th. As Middleton fades away and connects.
What you'll notice all night with Milwaukee is the incredible space.
And another brick
That's been an issue all season, right? The lack of shooting for the Lakers.
Antetokounmpo slides in for the lay.
And then a missed three. Ball comes off in perfect position.
And they've added pieces that fit as well. Kuzma gets denied by Antetokounmpo. Adding George Hill, who's out tonight. He's been a nice in that quarter.
Yeah, I think you got to take a lot of individual pride on Brandon. He's playing really well right now. And he hit some tough shots, contested. And, if he can do that for...
He's got a 50, 40, 90 working. Now, this is a guy who's a second-round pick, Ryan.
Antetokounmpo gets fouled and flips it in, going to the rack. And a chance for a three-point play as Milwaukee has started the second strong. Brogdon on the cut. Lays it in because the Lopez one, Doris, you're right, and it's something Zach Lowe even pointed out, which they lost to the Raptors, in which he just said, wow, you only cared about competing, shipping their respect.
Guy was sick as a dog, couldn't swallow. Went straight to the hospital, Chris Middleton.
10-0 Lakers run. Biggest lead of the game for Los Angeles. Antetokounmpo swims in and softly lays.
He is a problem, boy. Screen from LeBron. But you want to talk about smart and tough, that's Brogdon in a nutshell.
Antetokounmpo didn't need to dunk it, but he used the length to finish it. First attempt from deep. Bledsoe jitters in the lane and finishes over Rondo. May have taken a shot to the face. Rondo, great hands, nifty, tricky. Kuzma, no.
What pride he takes in his craft as LeBron goes right at Giannis. And Giannis, boy, what a play.
Twice Giannis got him, and then eventually a whistle. To try and add on to their sparkling season and lock down the #1 seed in the East is Toronto. Keeps up with them, and Giannis finishes ferociously, plus the foul.
Well, I don't know that I've ever seen somebody who finishes with their offhand as ferociously as Giannis. I mean, Muscala is pushed up, and this is not talked about enough. The strength that Giannis Antetokounmpo plays with. I mean, he just barrels through the chest, even though his defender is trying to hold his arm down.
Jumper is smooth from Antetokounmpo.
You can see they still give him a cushion, right?
Lakers. Antetokounmpo stood up by McGee. Bodies into him and finishes softly.
You see what I mean about the power he plays with? Like, make no mistake, that guy is as strong a guy. We talk all the time.
How upset he is. That inbound pass moments ago. Antetokounmpo gives it up. Bledsoe. You bet! Eric Bledsoe owns the building tonight. The Bucks outgun the Lakers as LeBron departs. 131 to 120, the final.
Rubio guarding Lopez.
Gobert gets pushed away by Giannis.
This is going to be a tough cover for Rudy.
One corner, Favors in the other. Ball stripped. Donovan went to the paint, and the ball taken away by Middleton. Running to the rim. Antetokounmpo. Early 4-0 lead.
That's a tough cover for Rudy.
On a kick out, three. No, short. Favors couldn't grab it. Rudy, that is. Inside Giannis, and you can't give the Bucks second opportunities. Yeah, shut you out, right?
Even I have to take him out to eat and make sure he's cool with me.
Well, his intensity, right? I mean,
that's
when you play, at least the way I like to play the game.
It's above 500. And be their 21st home win. Antetokounmpo trying to find space against Gobert. Hook shot, cut the rim and in.
Nice shot.
It's 5 of 17 shots.
Mentioned Neoben Mitchell is a second half type of guy.
And now the Bucks retake the lead by 3. Joe inside, taken away. Utah back-to-back turnovers. Antetokounmpo against Crowder. One giant leap and a hang for 2.
He's amazing in the open.
Donovan's gone over 20 in a ball game. It's amazing. Just his second year out of Louisville. Lopez pumps up a 3. Boy, a confident stroke.
What a great pickup in the offseason. Look at Lopez.
Running the point now, brings it into front court. Korver just checked down, he'll come right back. There's a follow.
It's so hard to guard him. And Rudy's he's backpedaling. But it's just not that. Look where Rudy's playing so far back.
That's a big three. You ask how good of a three-point shooter? How about 23% on the year? Snell hands it to Antetokounmpo, picked up by Tabo. 4 to shoot. Snell lets the three fly. Good. Knocked it away. Saved.
Mirotic was almost out of bounds there.
Giannis inside. Takes on Gobert. And they get tangled up, and we got to play on.
He is so special. Gobert back to guard Giannis. Look at the distance he's giving him. See how he gets the downhill run on him.
Pushes it up and in.
You get a guy coming at you full speed. It's so hard to contain a talented guy like Giannis. He's got 32 now on 21 shots.
And 12 rebounds. Through the hands of Gobert. Giannis runs like a deer. Off to Snell. Oh, baby, that hurts.
An unbelievable comeback here.
We're tied at 95. Antetokounmpo, the floater for 2. Unreal. Mitchell working on a 40-point night. Antetokounmpo for 3. And timeout, Quinn Snyder. 108-103. Back inside. Antetokounmpo. Oh,
Still got 44 seconds left. 42-5.
Antetokounmpo inbounds. Middleton on a quick hit 3. Wow. After the timeout, Middleton hits the 3 from the corner.
And beat the Spurs. Since then, they have pretty much read situations properly and effectively all season long. Bledsoe hands it off to Giannis. It's an and one on a flush.
There's that scripted first play that Bucks coach Mike Budenholzer loves to see if his guys can execute a little cross screen. Giannis to Bledsoe, then Giannis kind of works the dunker drill, the dunker area right around the restricted area baseline, and Eric does a nice job in their staff. Joe Prunty being one of them, former Buck coach.
In game 1, 3 assists against the Suns. He's coming off the huge game in Utah with 43. Now less in the first quarter. Giannis spins away. Hands it to Tony Snell. Little pass fake, and he scores.
That's a good move by Tony. I thought about the handoff for a jumper. That was maybe in that call by the official, but good play, Ilyasova. Nice, Giannis.
Tony Snell.
And Giannis faked the bounce pass. Got
Brook Lopez has replaced Gasol. 9 minutes remaining, second quarter. Giannis somehow scores over Rashawn Holmes.
That was great defense by Holmes. He was all on top of that. But Giannis with his big hands.
At this point, the Bucks are led in scoring so far. Tony Snell with 7. Lopez, 3. He leads the Bucks in scoring now with 8. Mikal Bridges isn't a bad piece.
Yeah, he is an outstanding piece. I liked him a lot in college.
Giannis inside. 8 points.
Too small to go on that ride, but some exhibition baseball along with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Ilyasova cuts through. Giannis finds him perfectly. Then Eric Bledsoe back in action after missing the game in Utah the other night. Ball knocked away from Giannis, then back to him. He works against Oubre. He had Tyler Johnson on the backside. 11 points for Antetokounmpo. He was given a technical. It happened to be his second, and he was out of the game for that.
Chris Dunn?
Yes. Giannis and 1.
But they had gotten into a little bit of back and forth earlier with just touching each other and hand on chest and pushing away and shove terms of basketball. I had to enlighten the young fellas.
Now that's a Marcus Johnson Taco Bell take. That's a Tony Snell three-pointer.
And the Bucks need to take Tyler Johnson, this crew on the floor right now, just outworking the Bucks. You see a little light going in Giannis's head. Kind of realize that because of how he plays and the range in which he shoots with.
17 for Booker, add 3 to Ilyasova's total.
First on, it's like, did somebody say range?
If Pat should score first. Tony Snell up. Giannis in. Rebound put back. Alex Harker, thanks for taking part.
Like Babe Ruth pointing to center field in that World Series.
A one-man Green Bay Packers sweep from the old. Phoenix 6 for 20 behind the arc. Giannis flush. Tied it
at 100.
Yeah, finally something going to the basket. Great pick and roll execution.
The 13-51 Phoenix Suns, at least before this game, are the first team to beat Milwaukee twice this season. And they have ended the Bucks' run of not losing consecutive games. Milwaukee 14-0 previously after losses. It is now 14-1. 114-105 the final.
That's a stat I don't really remember seeing.
They lose to Utah and Phoenix. Here's Lopez, who's been hitting the three, not only from normal range, but from way downtown. Corey Joseph, valuable member for the San Antonio Spurs over a long period of time. And there is a three-pointer to Giannis. Evans blocked from behind. DiVincenzo to Giannis on the drop and stuffs with the left hand. Nikola Mirotic has come on for the Bucks. Bledsoe down low takes the one-hop pass from Giannis. Lopez passed on a three. And it's Giannis with the follow. Little stutter step on Young. There's a deep three by Lopez. Whoa! So it has been all Milwaukee here in the third quarter. Nice pass, and Giannis puts it down. Connaughton wide open for three. Giannis getting inside. The two-game losing streak, first two-game losing streak of the season. Oh, what a move by Giannis!
That's just nasty. That's the type of basketball I love to watch. That loves giving the people what they want. And that's some dunks inside.
So what you're indicating is that the crowd has come to life. That is a blocker. And we have 3:45 remaining. I guess he's not taking any chances as Giannis is able to hammer it down.
Games a couple of weeks away, so they're going to have to earn coach's trust again.
And Giannis once again.
Probably five after that technical. He got upset.
Giannis heading.
But after the game and say thanks, coach, because what he's trying to do is make sure everyone around the country sees his MVP candidate play ball.
They like to try and keep some defensive pressure.
Bledsoe got it in the post. He faded out of the post. Williams was the defender. And the Bucks start with a triple.
Yeah, nice job by Zeller. Right-handed layup off a right foot coming at Brook Lopez.
Three, yes, right through the bottom, Bledsoe.
So many games left to be played in terms of improving your standing, getting into the playoffs.
Giannis released from the backside of Marvin Williams, gave him a little nudge, and then he reverse hammers.
But you wouldn't know it by the way they have knocked down the open shots this evening.
Giannis.
That's another good play by Bridges.
Dante DiVincenzo playing in his second straight game, puts up the three, and hits that. DiVincenzo had not played. Bledsoe inside with a scoop shot. Giannis on the hammer, surrounded by four Charlotte Hornets.
Kemba Walker.
No chance to receive a pass the way he covered Walker. Zeller had to go the other way. Giannis from Brogdon.
Slowly, incrementally make a team uncomfortable and not give them a chance to kind of figure you out.
Giannis ducks through Bridges. Cody Zeller works to the middle, gives it up. Williams, Giannis chasing him. Giannis knocks it away. Beautiful defense by Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe can't pay it off. Middleton does.
Great adjustment. And again, it's just a question of which side of the floor, which screening angle do you want to switch.
Mirotic made it look real easy from behind the arc. Giannis backs out. 7 on the shot clock. 3 on the way. Yes, sir. Antetokounmpo. 1 for 2 on triple.
They can play better defense than that. But Kemba Walker just making up his mind to try and change the momentum. Oh, my goodness.
Another one for Giannis. After that, back-to-back trade. Kemba Walker got the rebound. Giannis. DiVincenzo from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He didn't mention Tim Duncan, but he might have. By saying he leads by example, and everything, the table is set because your best player, scoring leader at 21.4, Aldridge 21.1, closing the gap. Giannis.
Not too many people alive could get to that ball. Great back and forth there between Marco and Patty Mills. Going from good to great.
And the Bucks come awake again. Tony Snell.
If that doesn't scare a big man, I don't know what will.
And Brogdon gets the benefit of Giannis.
Not pretty at all.
Bledsoe into Antetokounmpo. Wow.
That's
backed up, Pirtle, dunked it, and got the foul. First 6 years in the league, he shot 7, made 0. Antetokounmpo fights his way to the basket.
Again, an exhibition in size, but talent.
Couple of threes and struggling tonight. 3 of 13. We've had off nights the last couple of games, but been able to win in spite of poor three-point shooting as Antetokounmpo. LA comes to help. Middleton. Antetokounmpo. Oh, he lost control of it, but got fouled and still scored. He was able to control the ball enough to get the basket. Antetokounmpo comes away with the rebound.
A lot of our guys getting shots right now created from DeMar DeRozan. Created by DeMar with his penetration and his slide passing. Oh boy, we have a varmint flying around.
There's a bat in the building.
And I'm not talking about Giannis.
Yeah. Tell you why you need to be here, nothing will get through to you. Place going absolutely crazy. Antetokounmpo with the dunk.
Wow, how about that? He's surrounded by 3 of our guys.
White looking for LA. Kept it in play, unfortunately. In this case, Bucks had the advantage. Antetokounmpo in the paint. Scores easily.
Well, that's the first mistake.
Rebound comes off to Lopez. Bucks need to hurry as Antetokounmpo. You surely can see him attack. No, he pulls up the 3.
Wow.
And drains it.
That's what great players do, though. They make shots when they have to.
You know, that's a tough one, man. I mean, you got a guy playing 22 minutes. Regularly, he's playing 37, 38 minutes.
That record with no rest became a 500 record on Sunday night in San Antonio.
That was really no rest. That was literally no rest.
23-18, Pelicans leading the Bucks. Tony Snell hits the triple, finally.
That's Snell Giannis handoff.
Staff are getting things done the way they run the show in Milwaukee. He said it's regimented, but in the best possible way.
He gave Suki Hobson and
prior to that was a deuce. Coming away, Giannis spins and scores easily after that beautiful move.
Solomon Hill still looking for Giannis. It's a little careless with the basketball.
Middleton for 3. Darius Miller tried to get to him, couldn't. Circus shot missed by Alfred Payton.
Nice.
That works. 3-pointer, DiVincenzo.
You catch that transition defense.
Giannis with Payton on him. Lopez, 3-pointer, Brook Lopez.
Anthony Davis leaves Brook to come over and help on the Giannis post-up.
No hesitation off the front on the 3-point attempt. Payton has it taken away. Brogdon, Giannis, lay-in.
Good heads-up play by Malcolm Brogdon.
Payton, he takes Payton to the rim. And the follow by Giannis, a dozen points for Antetokounmpo.
And then Giannis stuffs Randle in the rim. Julius, the Ides of March are upon us. Are approaching the ball.
Randle has 3 fouls. New Orleans has
the tortoise and the hare situation where we had in San Antonio, where we jump out to these big leads and then let other
in this country.
I don't know. Nice job, Giannis.
Tony Snell sounds like somewhere Darius Bertans might have played in his career.
Starts here with a good, solid offensive possession.
Get in there. Giannis, get back in there. It's that little bounce back to score. Let's go to Katie George. She has something for us.
Well, guys, earlier.
Great point, and you made that point in the San Antonio game, the quarters that the Spurs were closing.
It's Miller.
That's how you contest a three-point shooter.
Giannis, yes, all the way around and down for Antetokounmpo.
Going against an inexperienced Diallo down on the post. As long as you got that matchup going on. To not call a foul against Diallo.
Julius Randle was trying
to put that whistle in the mouth. Gentry is really close to that ball before he can elevate. Catch him coming out of spins.
Giannis here's Harris Bertans picked up his first foul. But a victory is a victory is a victory, and this one happens to be Milwaukee's 51st, 130 to 113. Now Middleton works with Giannis on the right side. Pass intended for Giannis. Saved back in. 2 Antetokounmpo, and the reverse goes for him. That was a tough save.
Against some of the best players, some of the best teams. The whole team's 8 points in an NBA quarter is a big stat.
They did it against the Bucks. Giannis on a flush. He jammed that on Olynyk. The Bucks scored 45 in the third quarter at New Orleans. But Coach Budenholzer said, I don't care about that. You gave up 41 in the period. Giannis inside.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big boy, and he's looking like it out there. He's finishing, he's rebounded.
Oh,
great.
Giannis goes right back at him. It's an and one. Snell picked up by Dwayne Wade. Snell kicks. Giannis flush. Beautifully executed that time. Justice Winslow averages 12.6 points a game. He has 16 as Giannis scores. It's the third and one for the Bucks.
1 for 14. Hopefully the Bucks can keep that going.
That time out seemed as if Miami feels what a great block shot, Giannis. Giannis, yes.
Really good defensive possession. Just flying around doing what they had to do.
There it is. And one. Giannis on the flush. A little scrape by Adebayo is good enough for a foul. Giannis lays it in. 94-86. Biggest lead, 8 points. The Miami coaching staff is standing. Denied. Lopez the rebound for 14 in the first half. 9 for 15 in the second. Giannis, it hung on the heel, drops, and he has a free throw coming fouled.
Like you said, hard to see if they're really in it or not. They're trying to maybe disguise it so you don't catch on for a few possessions.
Giannis, loose ball, collared, and one. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe flips it up, ball loose. Giannis has it. Giannis finds Bledsoe. One of the great plays this season.
What a second half for this Milwaukee Bucks team, though. I mean, you're talking about two totally different games.
Giannis hits the three. Antetokounmpo, 1 for 4 tonight.
You got to be careful that Philly can change ends extremely quick. Nice.
And Giannis gets a little room service from Bledsoe for his first bucket of the game.
Go wherever you want to go and get a good look at the bit. That's got to change here.
Really surprising. Milwaukee as the Greek Freak slams it home. Milwaukee.
Okay. This is just a great move. Hey, you leave Giannis.
With the finest breweries in the country. 6-point lead for the Sixers. Nice drive and kick by Antetokounmpo. This time, DJ Wilson connects on the three-pointer. Back there. Mismatch against J.J. Redick. Got his own miss and put it back in.
Yeah, that's where he's so dangerous.
Trying to take Embiid outside. He doesn't come with him, so he fires the three, and that time it counts.
Okay, now that one he hit that one. But you see the way.
He said several weeks ago he wasn't going to take as many threes. Lopez from downtown got it.
Getting him the ball 15 to 18 feet on either out of the paint or hitting him in the paint.
Well, Hubie, that's 2 3-pointers in a row for Giannis.
About those 29 threes, you know, they're second in the league in
threes attempted anyway. So I said, Coach, I know you guys shoot a lot anyway, but are you good with 29?
He really had 3. I don't know where they lost one here, but he's been excellent.
Yeah, it is 3. He will be in the conversion by Giannis at the other end.
Watching Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, all over again. He's non-stop motion.
And Antetokounmpo with a nice fadeaway.
Only his 9th point. And anytime that your second leading guy, is struggling to get shots.
Wow. He caught a body. Giannis right over the top of the big guy, Bobby.
Absolutely. Now, see, this is where you got to stop. He'll give you that shoulder contact. Now, are you going to get the call? No, not when.
Giannis working against Marjanovic. Strong move and one. Putting some muscle in his hustle.
Yes, he did. And I'll just watch it. And a little hang time. Watch this. Right there. As Marjanovic came down, he was still there. Just watch it. There's your bump. And there's your...
I wonder if he tries to go at Giannis here, test out that ankle. Kicks it out to McConnell.
Oh, nice block.
Connaughton tracks down the loose ball. That's what Coach Budenholzer wants to see. Giannis on the break. Fouled. Mirotic. Nice two-man game with Giannis.
How about the fake now? The ball fake made the defender move right around on the outside on a curl.
Giannis posting up against Butler.
You got to score.
Got it to go, and it's a 5-point game. It's healthy for the ABC ESPN games. You can be amazing
every time we show up.
Giannis.
Oh,
man. He had Simmons on lockdown. He said that with his chest.
Now, that was impressive. Let's keep an eye on this now. He's going to back Simmons down. 6'11 versus 6'10. Now, but this guy's 242. This takes him right in. How about that over the top?
A career high.
With all due respect, it looks a lot different with Giannis Antetokounmpo in uniform, spinning in the paint, scoring, and starting with an and one.
Huge games. He can be an offensive machine. Wow.
Talking about offensive machine. We're 33, 16, and 9. Derek Jones Jr. hitting the 3. Giannis has 7 points, all 7 for the Bucks.
How long?
Bloodied but unbowed. First foul on Adebayo, second on Miami. Giannis. Miami 10, Antetokounmpo 9. Antetokounmpo for the lead. 11 points for Giannis.
Speaking to Running Rebels youth group tomorrow afternoon, so they're going to make sure that they know their history. Nice.
Giannis. He scored the first 11 points for the Bucks in this game.
He's going to have a little bit more pep in his step. Nice.
15 for Antetokounmpo.
Sprain an ankle and just stomp his shoe and foot on the ground a couple of good times. Give me that. Now DJ Wilson going to check in. I wonder who he's checking in for. If he knocks this down, I'm leaving him in.
You know what? Lopez keeps it in play for Middleton. Tony Snell running in front. Giannis. Down goes Olynyk. Down goes the shot. A free throw coming. A little more than a minute to play in the third quarter. It's been a solid quarter. The Bucks have scored 33 points in the first, 30 in the second. Giannis. Wow. 24 points. Brown wanted that one big time. Put back.
Most of the time you'd force him to the right.
Giannis with the right.
Fitting with Channing down there watching, going, I knew we needed just one more to probably break my three-point record. Right back at it.
That's 2.
There's just not the same stigma about shooting three-pointers. It's encouraged. It used to be thought of as settling, a bad shot.
Bledsoe finds Giannis inside him.
These two teams matched up, but Brook Lopez, he really has. He makes threes. He is unique.
Tony Snell and the Bucks are 3 for 3 behind the arc. Tony was 2 for 6 on Wednesday in Cleveland on three-point shots. Lopez is out of the play in the back. It was Giannis for the dunk.
I mean, he's taking his time. It just looks like the game is slowed down for him tonight.
Giannis spins away from Larry Nance Jr.
Thompson averages a double-double. A little more than 11 points with 10 rebounds a game. Giannis explosively hammers the Cavaliers. He played very aggressive defense on Dwayne Wade during his time on the floor in that game. Three-pointer, Tony Snell.
Great job by Bledsoe, just trailing that tight, making it tough on the ball handler.
Oh, my goodness. Giannis just takes two with him. Incredible power. Giannis crosses to the left hand. A major spin move. And a flush for 13 points.
That boy, I created this head. I can keep my hand on this head as long as I want to. Don't tell me what to do with this head.
Well, they got you back today, and what a perfect day to do it.
Yes, they did indeed.
Giannis with another flush. A completion for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Jim. It's been 35 years since I last played here. I call it a basketball odyssey.
He's got to keep getting these wins. These are nice shots.
DJ Wilson. This will be the 17th season series the Bucks would clinch with a victory. Giannis again, 22 now. 55 times in 74 games, it would appear. Giannis, high percentage. And their record in the first 54, 52-2. Jordan Clarkson missing from the corner. Giannis. Nothing needs to be said.
That's too easy. We've seen him dunk on two guys a few times tonight.
Consequently, let Harden get down to the floor.
Good rebound by Giannis in the finish. Using his size that time. Daniel House so far doing a nice job, 3D, and there's the Greek spin cycle. He looks at PJ Tucker and they kind of give each other that, okay, yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, PJ Tucker got to stop and say, I like the game within the game.
And what Giannis sees out on the floor right now,
It's over.
he's the biggest player out on the floor right now. Houston has elected to go very small.
Did we know this Chris Paul? Have we seen this Chris Paul before? I think that Chris Paul loves Mike D'Antoni. He can walk up and shoot threes. Oh, a block this time. That was close. But look at the replay. Was his left foot in the restricted area. It was huge. Take another look here. It would have been three. Nice bounce pass. But Bledsoe, that left foot might have been still moving, guys.
And I thought he was moving also.
I thought he was moving. Okay.
It gives your offense the energy to get stops.
Good block by Giannis. Giannis pushing. Crowds into it.
Yeah. And again, it will even out. And
freak with the left hand jam.
He's everywhere. Yes, and little kids, if you want to make your team, don't imitate the defense.
Great pass by Connaughton to Giannis for the alley-oop. Great pass through here by Connaughton, and of course, just throw anywhere by the rim, and Giannis can get it. What a luxury to have a guy that can play that well and take up so much space running the floor without the basketball. Giannis with 11 points, 8 rebounds here in the first half. That goes to 13. And Mike D'Antoni talked about it. He said we want to be at arms.
Late June, if we're playing each other, this is how it's going to be.
Coming up next, American Express halftime report. Man Davis, Candace Parker, my main shot, and Connaughton with the big three. Good job by Capella. Connaughton with deep three. Conversely, on the other end, Isaiah 3D, the Bucks are extremely hot off the dribble or the three-point shot. Giannis with three people on him. Finger roll.
That was a foul. And how about Hill with the steal?
The crowd. And the first one's good. That's it all. When a guy is shooting 58% from the field, gives you 12.6 rebounds.
Well, he won't come past the foul line, or else he will get shot.
Yes, good call. Speaking of shot, George Hill all the way to the rim.
is Milwaukee's ability, their guards' ability to pick up full court, pressure out on the perimeter, be able to help and recover.
This is a deep team, playing well, playing together. I guess the only thing people are concerned about, shot clock violation, point 3. James Harden and Chris Paul trying to get out a little earlier. It's in the books. 108-94.
Team basketball tonight. I know you heard the chants, Giannis. MVP. It was loud tonight. How was your mindset going against head-to-head against James tonight, who is the current MVP?
I try not to think about it that much. My mindset is to come do my job, do whatever it takes to help my team win, and all I can care about is that we gotta win.
Thanks both of y'all, man. I hope I see y'all in the finals.
Where my money at?
The Bucks in Los Angeles, 4 for 15.
Antetokounmpo.
But this ain't football, Jim.
3 on the way. Antetokounmpo.
Make them respect you, young fella. Since they have acquired Zubac from the Lakers.
Nothing to be said. Giannis, second hammer of the game. Giannis, a monster block shot ahead for Middleton.
He's going to be able to close those games at a high clip in the playoffs, and I know he's been absolutely electric as he slams one. Oh.
Plenty of time to reset. Middleton. Giannis, and 1. In their overtime victory back in November against the Bucks, they were +6 at the line. Everything else was fairly even. Three-pointer, beautifully done by Bledsoe. 3 missed. Connaughton controls the rebound. 4 seconds remaining in the half. Giannis, Antetokounmpo with 1 second on the game clock. All the way across, Sterling Brown. Nice drive and score. But it was the right idea.
Yeah, it was. It was Bled.
He gets it back. Tell you what, that guy makes a little mistake, he'll get it back for you.
And what he did, Jim, just so smart. You knew Shaman wanted to come up and commit the early foul.
His 5th attempt. Second make.
40%, we'll take that. Thought he had a lot of potential just to be a really, really good, 4th option starter.
Giannis floats to the rim.
Fakes on the pull-up. Diagonal feed. Harris. Oh, nice look. Allen has it blocked from behind by the Greek freak.
When George Hill is your backup point guard.
Russell lobs it up and knocked away by Wilson. That was going to be a tough angle for Allen. Antetokounmpo, the long strides for 2. Timeout, Brooklyn.
Yeah, Kiki Vanderway, obviously, those outstanding trades that he has on his resume.
Antetokounmpo going to the rim for Milwaukee.
He's just not doing a very good job of finishing right there. He's getting to the basket. Sometimes a couple of days like that off can mess up your rhythm.
Shake and bake. It was Wolverine against Wolverine. LeVert turns it over. Antetokounmpo, the no-look feed. Bledsoe lays it in.
All right, that was your first year, huh?
That was 94-95. Antetokounmpo. You're getting bad information.
I am. I'm getting bad info.
Allen slaps it to the outside. We approach 2 minutes to go. First half. Antetokounmpo in traffic. Gets the roll and 1. 3 games ahead of Toronto. 5 better than Golden State. Antetokounmpo. Count it. Frazier had it knocked away, and now Frazier is running. Ahead, Antetokounmpo gets the bounce, and he's going to the free throw line. LeVert, the most points he's scored in a game since returning from the injury, 22. Antetokounmpo lines it up, a Greek 3. 4 team fouls on Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo missed it. It goes right back to him. He drives for the jam. Giannis Antetokounmpo making things happen. Antetokounmpo over Allen. Short. Antetokounmpo follows it. LeVert gets a piece. Antetokounmpo recovers for the bucket on the inside. And a big one for the Bucks.
As of late, Embiid was looking for the call. Here is Middleton on the pull-up for three. Oh, he got the roll.
Struggles because of the Bucks defense.
In fact, they average better than 30 points per first quarter. Oh, there is Giannis from downtown. Thrown out early on. Here's Giannis again going right at Embiid.
And that time I thought Embiid backtracked a little too much. I'm not going to get in that conversation, but I'll say I think these are the two most dominant because of how physically imposing they can be against you. And how about that defense?
Second-year man from SMU. And here is Giannis spinning his way on Milton and hits.
Up a lot of space, forces you to have to keep bodies on him, and that I think helps Antetokounmpo also have opportunities to attack the backboard as he's able to attack the rim there against Embiid.
Fourth three of the half for J.J. Redick. And Giannis right back. Give the Bucks a 2-point lead. He now has 21 points.
Shot that J.J. Redick just hit. He was tripping over his own foot and then able to gather and finish, much like Giannis does there as he continues to attack the paint.
Those of you who may have missed the early moments, a little scrap between Joel Embiid, Mike Scott.
Oh my goodness.
We do it once, that will limit some of the ways that he's attacking us. He said on offense, if they're sagging on Joel and Joel is not comfortable taking the three.
Do Ice Rising Stars Series. And Giannis able to knock down the angle shot. Philly by 7, just under 3.5 remaining here in the third. Nice spin here. It counts and the foul. What a move by Giannis. Giannis going at Simmons and banks it home.
What a tough shot there.
Embiid has played 28 minutes here in his return after missing the last 3 games. Nice pass, Giannis on the hop to Hill.
And he's helping Embiid get closer to that triple-double.
Oh, the way to hammer it down.
It is just fun watching these two guys operate.
Giannis will try for 3. Yes! Comes up with it, went behind the back on Simmons. Looked like he was pushing off, crowd photo, and now Lopez with his first 3-pointer of the night.
Lights out from deep.
They are now 15 for 29 from downtown. Giannis gets inside, no chance there for Simmons. Up to 22 the other night against the Nets. Redick with a rare miss. Came up short. Here's Hill ahead of the field. And the Bucks take a 2-point lead. Edge for Milwaukee. Embiid spinning his way and it's swatted away by Giannis.
What a play by Giannis.
5 for Giannis. Embiid's pass deflected. It's a 3-on-2 for the Bucks. Nice pass, and Sterling Brown converts on the reverse.
Even with the home court advantage throughout the playoffs, you just don't want to do that. Giannis takes it in to score. When Mike Budenholzer won 60 in Atlanta, they won 60 in Game 79, but they did lose.
For this team, the mindset that they're in right now, it means a lot.
If you're great, you never rest on your laurels. Ask Giannis Antetokounmpo. They know the deal. Block shot, Lopez. He gets Prince. Bledsoe, yes! Bledsoe back to Giannis. He works against Bazemore for the reverse.
I like that old school.
Has to use the glass. DeAndre Bembry has it. He gets around.
Wow.
Sterling Brown, but guess who is behind him? Giannis Antetokounmpo, a monster block shot.
But you know, this thing can turn at the drop of a hat.
Yes, it can.
Where's my hat? Oh, I dropped it. Enough separation toward the end where you don't need to overextend the minutes.
Just playing and winning. 3-pointer out of the Antetokounmpo, 19 points. 39 points
combined free throws and threes.
And that's good efficiency quotient.
Giannis.
Speaking of efficiency, Giannis, nice blow by on Alex Len at the free throw line. And
well, that's the hard way, but he makes it look easy.
Corner three a little bit better contested by, I think it was Giannis. Made him rush it.
Middleton, yes, sir. Bledsoe. Giannis. Yes.
Knock down your free throws. It's a done deal.
Middleton. Giannis.
Every year as a scorer as well, and a terrific defender for this Pistons team.
Here's Antetokounmpo putting it down, and he's headed back to the free throw line. This is Reggie Jackson. That's a three-pointer. No Griffin. They're going to need a lot from Jackson tonight, and until Griffin's able to come back. And Antetokounmpo is putting it on the Pistons. Antetokounmpo, the drive and kick. That's Bledsoe. And the rebound putback as Giannis is there for the loose change.
Good as they've been offensively, it's been what they've been able to do defensively that's allowed them to kind of blow this thing open here early on.
In games holding him out tonight, and I'm not sure he would have made much of a difference till this point.
Not with the way the game's going. The thing about Blake, though, is in the problem for this Pistons team. So I like the addition of him for this group.
This is Hill on a three. Got it again. They can't miss. Into the corner to Galloway. Intended pass for Pachulia, broken up by Sterling Brown. Antetokounmpo! Violent finish.
On the train there, and Giannis showing the intensity and the reason why this Bucks fan base is excited for the postseason.
Giannis Antetokounmpo already a double-double. And the Bucks getting everything they want. 2 quarters complete. Bledsoe on a three-point jack. It's a tough way to start the postseason for Dwayne Casey. Sterling Brown on a three. And Milwaukee picks up right where they left off. Everyone knows the numbers. 70% shooter inside the paint. He's only 29% outside the paint in terms of his field goal percentage. And there he is again.
That's where he's not in rhythm. And you see here just great patience by Bledsoe. Weak side defense account late in part because they're worried about the three-point shooting weak side. So you can see.
First year in Budenholzer's system.
Yeah, well, and that's what it was. Having to make the adjustment. The game was going to be played differently, but to his credit is Giannis there with an incredible finish. This is a Bucks team that has a chance to be special, and I'm not going to sit here and be disingenuous and say that they got a chance in this series.
5 straight threes to begin the third quarter. It has been incredible. Here he comes again.
Oh, goodness.
And the Greek basketball god raining down on the Pistons.
This guy take off, just my goodness. Oh, man, that guy is just incredible.
Majestic.
He really is. I mean, to be that long, because he can do so many things physically, he can create passing angles because of his athleticism. And if he starts doing that consistently, KD bar the door.
Live from Fiserv Forum, the playoffs continue with the Pistons and the Milwaukee Bucks. Reggie Jackson with an ombre screen, a floating gun, it goes, he rattles it in.
It's important that Thon puts pressure on Antetokounmpo, make him have to defend.
Middleton.
Well, if the first 4 minutes of this game mean anything, I like the competitive level better.
And the Bucks are trying to come right back at the Pistons with Giannis. Batted around, Ilyasova finds Middleton for a leaning scoop and a score. Antetokounmpo ahead to Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo trying to fight his way to the basket for a jam. That's some frustration taken out right there with that jam. Middleton fakes outside, takes it inside for a score, and draws the foul. Sterling Brown, no. Rebound, Giannis. Yes. Back up and in. Antetokounmpo way outside for Lopez.
Good close by Thon Maker.
Yeah, it was. Had to pick it up and stop thinking about that three, but Bledsoe finds a shot, fires and fills it up.
Yeah, George, momentum going to the basket.
Yeah.
He had nothing but a shot. No outlet to pass it or anything.
Antetokounmpo with a basket. 5-on-4 for the Pistons. Wayne Ellington.
Okay.
And his pass swiped by Bledsoe.
I don't believe it.
Giannis on the other end.
I don't believe it.
Cherry picking. Chris Middleton backs to the paint, turns, fires, fills it up.
That's a tough
to
move.
stop, man.
Yeah.
Top side, Nikola Mirotic. From the paint, Bledsoe rattles it home. Mirotic calls for the ball. Quickly sets it into the corner. Connaughton misses. Bledsoe in the air and taps it in. Bruce Brown lost it to Middleton. Ahead to Bledsoe. Timeout, says Dwayne Casey. Off the deck to the Bucks. Connaughton behind the back to Middleton. Bledsoe corkscrews, scoop, and a score, and he is fouled. Now he has all 8 for Milwaukee. Middleton from the baseline, buries it, and converted. Pass to Andre, gets away outside, it was behind him. Giannis down the lane, scoops, scores. The Bucks win the ball game, 120-99. It was a war for much of the night, however.
He's already made an impact.
Jackson loses it. Bledsoe is a beast defensively. In transition, he lays it in. And that's an area where the Bucks have dominated the first 2 games of this series. Milwaukee is led by as many as 11 as Antetokounmpo has his first bucket of the game.
You watch there, Blake Griffin backs all the way off of Giannis.
Stood up by Jackson. Shot clock down to 8. Antetokounmpo, the Euro step and the glide to the rim.
And that's the problem when you back so far off of him. He's 1 or 2 steps away from Euro stepping. And
Antetokounmpo will fire. Short. Rebound right back to him. That's more his game.
there you go right there. I mean, 3-point shot, you don't get the rebound, and he gets it. I'm telling you, he's 1 dribble and 2 steps away from almost half court of dunking on anybody.
Coming up on the Toyota halftime, Giannis, 3 of 8 from the floor. He's 1 of 2 from the line as he gets that one to drop. On to open up their facility sometimes at 2 in the morning after road trips. As Antetokounmpo lays it in, there's Sean sitting down after watching his former student go to work.
To use it up high, not down low. I'm glad I don't have a boat.
Tough, right?
I'm glad I don't have a 24 years old double R.
Pretty incredible. Nice look to the corner from Antetokounmpo, and the 3 is good for Brown. Now for the Pistons. Antetokounmpo into the paint and the soft touch.
I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
Middleton lays it in from Giannis.
And I also think that Giannis, there are more levels that he can get to, and that's right.
Smith hits the 3. It will count. Game over. Milwaukee on a mission. Taking care of business. They take a commanding 3-0 series lead with a 119-103 win over the Pistons here in Game 3.
Milwaukee was the 3rd-rate offense in the regular season. Here comes a nice offensive rebound by Antetokounmpo, and he jackhammers it in. Bernard out of Duke into Drummond, knocked away by Antetokounmpo. Great defense on the move, and he'll slide it off the side and get it to go. He's got ice, as you see. Maker picks up his second. Giannis! Got up high and hammered it home.
Oh, my goodness.
Biden picks up a foul.
Kevin, look at the length. He took one dribble from the three-point line. One dribble, and here's the length on full display here. Casey talking about on that audio, it says now a +6 in three-pointers for the Pistons.
Antetokounmpo, balance, hit it, fouled. Drummond may have paid it. Drummond knocked it away, but it rolls right back to Sterling Brown out of SMU and deep to Antetokounmpo.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It's gotta be kidding me.
Hang time on this.
Look at this. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous, people. I mean, the hang time, the extension, the length, and how about at the end of it, the concentration.
Griffin got a Drummond screen, lost the ball. Giannis took it away. Court length feed, athletic catch, puts on the brakes. Got enough room with him and Drummond and the two. Antetokounmpo got a Bledsoe screen. Now Giannis with a mismatch on Jackson. Now they leave him free, and he'll take those long strides right to the rack. He's shot by Griffin. 5.5 to go. 16 for Blake. And here comes Giannis. Piston points authored by Blake Griffin. Antetokounmpo in the maker. Clock with that offensive rebound goes to 14. And now it's whittled its way down to 6, and a 3 by Giannis. Good! Antetokounmpo. Kumbo comes up with his 9th rebound. He's got 38 points. He'll do the Euro step and get it to go, and a foul. Just amazing. Just absolutely dazzling every time he takes it in.
Getting the start for Malcolm Brogdon, who's going to miss games 1 and 2 in this series. They'll reevaluate him after game 2. Middleton with his second 3-ball. Heritage missing that time. They left Rozier alone. He couldn't make them pay. Connaughton with the board.
Yeah, you have to look up the floor here, man.
Yeah, Giannis leaked out. Great position on Hayward.
Yeah, well,
walled him off. Bledsoe working against Morris. QB, what do you make of the switch today? Starting Morris for Baines.
That's all right. That's fine. Look at
nothing to do with that, though.
Well, remember what we said now. Big thing as this game goes on now. Can Boston get back in their defense and stop the transition game?
Giannis knocked the lead at 1. Milwaukee Bucks with a 60-win regular season.
Nice
Giannis
play
with the block and on the break. That was an amazing moment this year.
It was amazing for basketball and one of the greatest shots of all time. But the big thing is he's been playing lights out all year. And everyone attacks the rim. They attack you hard. And if it's not there, they kick the ball out and people are wide open.
Well, you can't give Antetokounmpo a seam at all.
Give Boston a ton of credit. They're shooting 56%. They've made 10 threes. And also, they have 8 blocks.
And out to Connaughton. Brown ran him down, made a great steal, but right to the wrong guy.
Well, that's all right. They got a break there.
Third-year player out of Cal Berkeley. Was their second leading scorer in the playoffs last year. That's the third 3 for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Bucks shot only 35% from the field in game 1, 32 from 3. There were 13 for 39. Here's Mirotic on the Lopez, and he knocks down the 3. Battle down low, Tatum with the mismatch on Connaughton, and it's rejected by Giannis. Saved by Bledsoe. On a deflection, comes back to Sterling Brown. Giannis! Oh, the crowd wanted to see that. We haven't seen much of it thus far. You see Morris and Baines. Giannis goes right at Baines, and a 10-0 for the Bucks. The foul was called on Kyrie Irving. Bucks have missed 8 of their last 9 shots, and that ends right here with Giannis putting it home on a nice spin. And 26 3-point attempts, also a new franchise playoff record. Giannis again, Antetokounmpo. It has been a different story here tonight. Antetokounmpo out for Lopez, off the fake, he fires for 3. Ilyasova is back up front with Giannis and Middleton. And there's a 3-pointer by Antetokounmpo. Giannis going to the left hand. Goes to the corner, getting a silver. Bounce pass broken up. The steal by Giannis. Puts the move on Morris, goes all the way, and the tip.
The Bucks are having their way, but Boston is fighting and playing hard. Kyrie getting the extra board.
And he came off of that weave, and as soon as he saw that the defender was back, he's exploded. Now this is your problem. I see you got to hit the Greek. The Greek was open on a roll.
Got into the paint and played a little bully ball on Horford, who looks at the official, Kane Fitzgerald, and won't get the call. There's Ilyasova, three-point shooter.
Yeah, Morris all over him.
Bledsoe, little step back, and he gets it.
During the season, he's second. During the first round of the playoffs, how about that move?
And Giannis with a great spin. Middleton got it back on the give and go. Antetokounmpo on the probe. Got all the way to the bucket with those long strides. Guarded by Hayward here. Lowers his shoulder and spins.
Pretty pass.
Tony Snell with a finish inside.
They keep getting this switch.
Lopez going to try another one. This one falls.
Well, that's what they're looking for. They're trying to get him going.
And now a chance to come within one or tie on a three. Antetokounmpo, Mirotic for the tie. Got it. And we are knotted at 53.
He's 6 for 9 from the floor tonight. So it's good to see him in the operation. Makes everything smooth.
Hey, Mirotic says, I can shoot it too, Jason Tatum. Antetokounmpo with the board.
You'll give him that one every time. I mean, that was deep, underlined in red.
And the Bucks have taken the lead. Giannis and Antetokounmpo with the move and layup. 6 minutes to go in the third. The third quarter has been the deciding quarter in each of these games so far. Tights blocked.
Great pass down inside, and then a terrific block.
Ilyasova. 9-0 Milwaukee run. George Hill feeling nice, and why not?
Yeah.
George Hill with the corner three, and the Bucks have their biggest lead of the game. Antetokounmpo spins on Morris. Whistle and one. Antetokounmpo. Middleton kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Nice show and go by Giannis. Oh, and the body of a Greek god and the execution of an NBA MVP. Antetokounmpo with 12 rebounds, 27 points, 8 assists, and one more clip for the reel. Might have been a little premature on that prediction.
Well, that time they were in a little 1-3-1 zone. How about
what a block by Giannis.
How about that block?
Broke it open, went on to lead by as many as 17 and came away with the victory. Here's Giannis on the turn. Bucks 0 for 5 from downtown, which has been their calling card. A one bounce pass from Ilyasova, who just came on, finding Giannis.
You know, and I think we'll settle in. You know, unfortunately, it's been a little bit of a trend in the first quarter. You know, they've been up on us, but hopefully we can wear them down going forward.
Thanks, Coach.
Mind seeing Giannis shoot from 3. Crowd wanted to travel. Nice move by Bledsoe.
When Bledsoe does that, Marv, I believe he's unstoppable.
Both teams have been misfiring from 3-point range. Giannis, uncontested. Tatum switches off to Giannis, who spins his way. Oh, what a move, and the foul.
Oh, that was so nasty.
249 in that position. Down 3 games to 1. We're able to pull it out. There's Giannis with the stuff for the best road record in the NBA with Golden State. Here's Middleton. Yes. Kyrie still struggling with that shot. 5 for 15 from the field. Middleton is open for 3. Yes.
Horford dangerous inside, and you're usually not worried about Horford scoring inside.
Giannis again shoots for 3 and hits. Giannis puts the move on Horford.
So beautiful.
Boston by 1. Giannis gets inside and again uncontested. So the Bucks up by 8. Giannis on the recovery scores.
And he could have got a foul call 10 times on that play. Because of the ball movement. Move the ball, get it to the open shooters. That's what they'll do.
Giannis on the reverse and draws the foul. 5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Lopez for three, yes! Here's Jaylen Brown accelerating. And turn back. Middleton for Hill for the layup. Giannis with the rebound. And the foul. Pat Connaughton with the rebound for Milwaukee.
You want the Celtics to attack the glass. They have 4-second chance. Oh, my goodness!
Bucks in no hurry. 5 on the shot clock. Giannis banks it home. Giannis straight down the lane and a foul.
Groundbreaking speech, but he said simply, we have to make tweaks, fully commit, and go after it. Kyrie went on to say in the team's film session, there are tasks we need to accomplish. Let's get better, and let's go.
So he can be a facilitator and not just have pressure to shoot.
And there is Hayward going back rim. Marcus Smart just came in for the first time. Able to chase it down, but Horford is rejected. Antetokounmpo backing his way on Morris, who stopped him. Ilyasova with 5 on the shot clock. Knocks down a 3.
And the Celtics were in the zone.
Once again, Irving is off. Kyrie now 2 for 9 from the field. Hill opens for 3. Yes. And Giannis with the rebound. 8:01 here by Milwaukee. Middleton looking to add to it. It does for the 3.
And more importantly, he has to take it with no hesitation.
He's 3 for 13 from the field. Oh, beautiful pass. Antetokounmpo getting it inside to Connaughton. That ends a 7-0 run. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first half. Giannis has been very quiet offensively. And as I say that, the bucket counts. Likes the physical aspect. Giannis, they were looking for a foul. And Brad Stevens thought it was a charge. Half minute to go in the half. Middleton for 3. Yes. 5 of 17 overall from the field. Bledsoe. Yes. That's a 2. He had a foot on the line.
And if you remember last year, this is when we would see the pressure of Terry Rozier at 94 feet, or we'd see the pressure of Rozier and Marcus Smart together. Rozier not seeing that much time in this game. Antetokounmpo, though, getting his rhythm right around that mid-range spot.
Working for the Phoenix Suns. I remember Jerry Colangelo hired him to be in charge of community affairs. Giannis with the steal! Antetokounmpo. Stopped by Rozier, gives to Connaughton. Yes! 3-pointer for Pat Connaughton. Giannis looked like he was teeing it up. Nice exchange as he puts it down. 28%, 21 for 74 from the field. Lead pass for Giannis, and he puts it down. The Bucks control the opening tip. Middleton played by Leonard. Here is Giannis going at Siakam and scored. 28% from 3-point range. Siakam stopped by Giannis.
Get back to build that wall. And Reggie, I'm so surprised at how much larger Antetokounmpo on the steal.
Gasol had the step, did not go for it. And Antetokounmpo with the finish. In Game 7 against Philadelphia, as Siakam is rejected by Mirotic. In Game 7, it seemed that the Raptors were reluctant to take. Oh, what a move! Giannis Antetokounmpo. Foul committed by Green, his second. Antetokounmpo for 3.
We always talk about building a wall. Toronto's so impressive. Everywhere Giannis is, you see Gasol shadowing him. But how about Lopez? He's so excited. He just wanted to see 1-3 fall.
Here's Giannis. They developed that wall that we have the young team here in the first half. And again, it's Malcolm Brogdon from downtown.
You've got a starter in your second unit now. And that's got to be a plus as George Hill comes up with yet another steal here from Milwaukee.
He'll try to go all the way, and it's Giannis able to put it down.
Well, nice half by Nick Nurse in Toronto on the road here, game one.
Nice pass from Brogdon on the bounce. 4 bounces on a shot from the corner that we saw the other day. Giannis keeps it alive. Beautiful pass, and Mirotic with the layup.
Continues to attack the basket. No Gasol in the game. No shot blocker.
Lopez for 3. Yes! What a night for Brook Lopez.
Do you want to get it into Antetokounmpo to let him go to work and draw a double team?
Middleton for 3. Yes!
Talk about being quiet. Where's Giannis Antetokounmpo as well?
Here is Giannis, and score! Taken to the rim. A 1-point lead. 2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter. Lopez for 3. Yes! For winning game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final.
Brook Lopez is averaging only 8 points in these playoffs.
Oh, the block shot by Giannis. Danny Green and Kyle Lowry. Giannis. And it's put down on the follow.
That was an old school Moses Malone play right there. An offensive rebound and bucket all on the same play.
The officiating crew, Mike Callahan with Eric Lewis and Rodney Mott, the alternate Tony Brown on the replay center, Kane Fitzgerald. Here's Gasol. Blocked from behind.
We're going to have to load up more than ever on Antetokounmpo. It seems like he's aggressive going inside.
Beautiful whip pass by Bledsoe for the setup. Bledsoe has not been hitting the 3. Took a look, had a thought, but gave it up. Mirotic does hit from downtown.
And if you're Danny Green, what are you doing?
Good job on Leonard by Middleton. They just do get it off, but back come the Bucks. Middleton from way downtown.
Are you kidding me?
Look for Ilyasova to try to exploit the matchup with he and the big fella.
Ilyasova hits the 3. It looked like Siakam might have gotten a piece of it.
With Ilyasova outside, so if you're the Bucks, you want to switch and switch off.
And pass by Gasol, intended for Leonard. Antetokounmpo all the way. Here's Mirotic for 3. Oh, it's put down by Giannis. Now let's see, will Mirotic receive an assist on it? Personal fouls, not able to hit on that straightaway jumper. Here is Giannis to the rim. It counts and the foul. Back come the Bucks.
Antetokounmpo now up to 11 rebounds.
Oh, Bledsoe with a nice move off the drive. Kawhi with 10 of the Raptors' last 13 points. Bledsoe going 1-on-2, finds the open man. Antetokounmpo with the stop. Ilyasova, who was the hero of the first half, checking back in, pulled down that rebound. And that is a 3-pointer for Middleton. Earlier this third quarter, has that hesitation dribble and had the ball knocked away and is fouled. No, it was a 3. He landed in 2-point territory. So added extra point that we had for the Raptors to 15-point. Oh, it's Giannis with the dunk, putting it down.
Starting nod in game 3 over Danny Green.
Yes, and for Siakam, as Antetokounmpo takes the 3 and knocks one down, I think that is what wore Siakam out.
2:10 gone by here in the fourth quarter. Giannis getting behind the defense. The bench for 2 guys, maybe 3 guys.
You have to suit up with 13 players, right? So if you have to suit them up, you got guys on the bench.
Giannis with the bucket, and he will go to the line. And that's the reason he was looking to make some changes. Giannis taking to the bucket with the scoop. Swept by Siakam. Siakam takes all the way, blocked. Not able to hit the 3. Middleton on a catch and shoot from downtown. Giannis getting a number of different looks here in the first quarter. Mirotic for three, yes. Looked like it traveled, but and Malloy indicates the ball was deflected. Here's Connaughton for three, so he's hit two in a row.
Yeah, not in game 3 of the playoffs, but a 7-footer on you with the quickness and speed of Siakam.
Giannis on the drive and scores.
Stretch Armstrong. Wow.
Antetokounmpo once again. Not able to get going the first 2 games of this series. Been a different story here in the first half. Here's Lopez with a deep three, and he hits.
And playing to perfection.
And Fleet lost it. And that's the end of the third quarter. Pascal Siakam, 85-77 Toronto. Nice handoff, Giannis with the bucket, and he is fouled. That's his first field goal in some time. He has been a major factor with his shooting tonight. Here is Powell, shot blocked by Giannis. Played by Van Vliet. Giannis with a beautiful move. Antetokounmpo back in action at the offensive end. Here's Middleton kicking it out. Shot clock to 2, and George Hill right back from downtown. Misses both, but a back tap, and the Bucks maintain possession. Hill on a catch and shoot for 3.
Can only blame yourself, Reg.
Giannis spinning, picks it out. Brogdon off the fake with the runner.
Oh, nice move.
And that quick 2-for-1 again like we saw in regulation.
They have pace. Look at Siakam. He gets the rebound. He's taking it himself, being aggressive.
Double teamed, and he lost it. Second consecutive turnover. And here's Giannis all the way sweeping around Gasol. And back comes Giannis. Bucks trying to take a 3-1 lead as Mirotic is able to knock it down from downtown. Bledsoe also has not shot the 3 well. Neither club did the other night. Giannis got the step, and he is off to a blistering start. Bledsoe with the save. And Giannis goes right to the rim.
No. Oh, no.
George Hill comes off a tremendous game. He was the high scorer with 24 points to lead Milwaukee. Here's Hill from the corner and hits a 3. Giannis puts the move on Green. He saw the mismatch. He had it all sized up. Connaughton will put it in play. And it went for the steal. Giannis gets inside for the reverse.
Here's the problem when you go for the steal and don't get it.
And outstanding sports personality, studio host, Mirotic on the drive. Third 3 from Marc Gasol, who comes off an excellent game. And then Antetokounmpo. Beautiful spin move. 3 minutes to play in the third. Bledsoe for Giannis, who just checked back in. Brogdon finding the opening and scores. That's his first field goal. Brogdon. Shot clock down to 7. 3-pointer for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Middleton looking for the step back, then goes the other way. Kicks it out. Here's Giannis. He had Lowry defending, and he went right by him. Tuesday night, 2 for 7, 5 points, 21 minutes. Here is Brogdon for 3.
And the Raptors.
Giannis played by Green with help from Gasol. Oh, beautiful pass. Giannis with the assist, setting up Lopez. First game he did not shoot particularly well. Gasol not able to hit. Oh, it's Giannis with the lob, putting it down. Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe right on target. And Giannis moves over to the corner, followed by Gasol. And shoots over and hits.
2 fouls guarding Antetokounmpo. I'd like to see him and Ibaka switch actually on defense.
Here's Brogdon for 3. Yes. Malcolm Brogdon, so efficient. Brogdon. And hits again. This is a 2-pointer. Leonard gets inside. The Bucks scoreless for the last 3.5 minutes until right there.
Don't you feel the angst in this crowd? Every time they put up a 3, and here's Antetokounmpo knocking down a 3. A rare 3.
Green is off. He cannot find the range. Had a 3 the other night. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Oh, no.
That's the way to make sure it goes in.
He's putting Lowry on Middleton and Siakam on Bledsoe, who just knocked down that shot.
Siakam is rejected, and it carries out of bounds.
Look at that ball building early.
Oh, Giannis flips it up and in.
He went right through Lowry.
Yes,
like he wasn't even there.
And Middleton brings to the front court. Nice pass. Antetokounmpo. Here's Kawhi. And hook shot way off. Back comes Giannis. 1-on-3. Finds Hill, and he puts it home. Played by Siakam, so gives it up. Giannis for 3. Whoa! He's 7 of 9 from downtown. Brogdon with the alley-oop. Giannis does the rest. What a finish.
Now he's on Giannis and been switched off.
Here's Brogdon for 3.
They're going to do exactly that. Make him earn it.
One bounce pass and a beauty from Bledsoe to set it up for Giannis. Antetokounmpo over Gasol and knocks it down.
And if you're Gasol, that's exactly the way you want to play it each time.
What a start here by Milwaukee in this first quarter.
Here's Siakam, blocked by Giannis.
Mismatch with Antetokounmpo versus Van Vliet.
Gives it up though. Here's Hill from the corner. Yes. The Bucks continue to hit 3-pointers as they did in the regular season. They were 35%.
Reggie talked about Ibaka. You want him to also do it on the defensive end.
Here is Antetokounmpo hits the 3. Missed one earlier. 5 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo pushes it out. And that is a 3-pointer for Eric Bledsoe. Siakam on the drive. And here is Giannis in the open floor, and he scores.
I don't know why you just wouldn't foul him. I understand because Gasol has those 3 fouls. He didn't want to pick up his 4.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Yes. Crowd wanted a foul on Lopez. Here comes Giannis. And he banks it home. Went right at Green. Antetokounmpo, played by Ibaka now. Middleton for 3. So Chris Middleton is right back with the shooting touch by Milwaukee. Siakam going at Hill. Siakam, oh, he is rejected by Antetokounmpo. 3-point lead for the Raptors. Here is Giannis. He had the open alley, took advantage.